But matter of fact, hold on. Let me get my cup in hand. So.
And we already got the music going, so.
Music playing in the background, setting the
I'm
tone.
about to mute us in a second.
Hey.
Welcome everybody to BNY episode 4.4. We mixing BNY radio in it with tonight.
Change the game up on them, baby.
Y'all enjoy this song
y'all.
by yours truly.
Got one shot to make it one shot, baby, yeah. Told her pack her bags and I'll be right there. She got caught up in the city, all the lights, yeah. Told that girl I was a dream, God and gave the nightmares. I told her just ignore me when I lie, yeah. You can see it on her face, she feeling right, yeah. It don't matter what you wear, girl, you look fine, yeah. Tell that other nigga stop and stare, we don't fight, yeah. I got homies all over the city. We got hundreds, we got 50. She gon' let me sign the titties. She gon' bounce them all around. They go, oh yeah, yeah. I got hundreds on the phone and she can't seem to leave me alone. And I know you on the road. I bring my bros, you bring your hoes. She want good times, long as she don't pay for it. You can drop all of your niggas, they boring. And I just want money. No, I want your love, please. Baby girl, I'm more than funny. I got everything you're wanting. You only got one shot to make it one shot, baby, yeah. Told her pack her bags and I'll be right there. She got caught up in the city, all the lights, yeah. Told that girl I was a dream, God and gave her nightmares. Got one shot to make it one shot, baby, yeah. Told her pack her bags and I'll be right there. She got caught up in the city, all the lights, yeah. Told that girl I was a dream, God and gave her nightmares.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to BNY episode 4.4. I was literally about to say BNY radio, but that's because we mixing today. How y'all feeling out there? Dev, how you feeling?
Yo, I'm good, baby. We in here. We in the lab.
Glad
it's
to have
always
you.
a good
Glad
day
to
when
have
we
you.
in
Didn't know
here.
you'd make it. Ricky, how you feeling today?
Listen, there it is.
Like I ain't
Shots
seen this
fired.
man all day, you know. That's for the people right there, ain't for us. Dude, hey, shout out to the mashup, BNY Podcast, BNY Radio. We gonna see exactly what we got for this one.
Yeah,
Experimentation is everything.
Should be
Definitely.
fun because we still gonna hit topics for y'all, but we also gonna let y'all in on some new music at the same time. I got some old music that y'all can get in on that y'all just ain't heard yet. So
Hell yeah.
I got the I Trash But I'm Trying album that I'm about to email to myself so y'all can hear some joints off of that as well. So we definitely gonna rock today. Hey, what's happening? How you doing? Appreciate you. Oh, let me do this. Let me move OBS over here.
Oh, yeah.
You know, one thing about that song right there is that I think a great pair of underlying vocals on the one shot and someone kind of riding out just a little bit more, like a different what am I looking for? Like a different tenor. I think that would sound it would just add a little more flavor to
like
it.
some harmony.
Yeah, exactly. That's my man Jenkins right. Hey, Jenkins, what's good with you, baby?
I'm going to say Jean-Pierre? Who was
Congratulations on the
Jean-Pierre
marriage
Jenkins?
and the baby too as well.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, congratulations, bro. Hey, and we appreciate you. Appreciate you tuning in, showing us that love, commenting. Don't be
100%.
afraid to comment on these posts. Let us know what y'all thinking, what y'all want us to talk about. Give us y'all opinions. We always welcome for it.
Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff on the deck. Budden, as you see from the title.
Woo.
Guy against that versus Charlemagne the God. A little COVID talk. And some requested talk for as far as these cop killings have gone in the United States of America. We don't get into that.
Yeah.
Also,
man.
how
I'm
y'all
away.
feeling in the comments? My bad, Dev. Go ahead, bro.
No. Ricky ran down the list, and the last one he ended off was with the cop killings. And all right, so I'm just gonna hold off until we get to that point in the show, because
because that's gonna be
that's heavy. It's always heavy.
Hey, this man also hit me up earlier in the week. He was like, "Look, I got something for this one. Y'all motherfuckers ain't gonna like it. This is internet radio. This is a FM radio, so I can curse on here.
I may very well
I can
get
sue.
canceled.
Yeah, but
Skip the part about Charlemagne.
I can't do it.
UDFA Nell. Sorry, Nell. We We gotta do it. Hey, now, how you like that book though? By the way, Black Privilege. You asked me to buy it for you for your birthday.
Ooh, I can't wait to read that book.
Yeah,
I need that. What's the synopsis?
It's Charlemagne's book.
It's Charlemagne's book. It's about Black Privilege and how to use it.
Okay.
I bought it for Nell for his birthday, but he never read it.
Did you read it?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Wait, Nell, so you got the book. Nell got the book at home?
He got the book.
Let me have that hoe.
Yeah, Nell got the book.
If you're going to underappreciate C to God, even though he's wrong, if you're going to underappreciate C to God, then give me the book.
But Nell don't like Charlamagne the God for other reasons that he's came around him on the years, but he's not a huge fan of him. As a lot of people aren't.
I have my issues with him. Now I will say again, I have come around, like you said, over the years. He's kind of like more tolerable now.
Right.
But I can't say that I'm a fan of him, right?
Nigga, I hope you didn't burn that book. I really want it.
It was a great fire starter for the fire pit. This conversation is a great fire starter for the fire pit. Hope that was metaphorical right there,
right.
not physical, my guy.
The thing is, even in people we don't like, we can find, like, they still have positive things that they do, roles that they play. So we can't just discount it. Because even Candace Owens, in all of her misery, is not always 100% wrong.
Absolutely. Absolutely right.
And also, he's right. You can also learn things from an idiot.
Yeah.
It's true. Qualify as an idiot to be.
True.
Exactly.
Everybody's a teachable. Everything's teachable.
There are plenty of teachable moments.
Just don't get caught up on the messenger all the time.
Yeah.
Dive into the message. Don't always get caught up on a messenger, because sometimes we let ourselves get distracted by the messenger, and we lose what we can learn from the message. And when you do that, you're the only one who loses out. Everybody else don't lose out.
You know, at some point, like you brought up like Candace Owens, like at some point, like, do we want to talk about like that whole her and Cardi B thing that happened on like 2 weeks? Like
Cardi B in the news a lot. We posted some of that in the
group,
the BNY fan group.
Yeah, we sure did.
I think it was hilarious.
Yeah. It was, bro. It was.
Hey,
Amber, what's going on with you?
Amber?
Hey, Amber's one of my favorite commenters in the group right there.
Can you stop stealing my lines?
Nah.
Like, everybody knows that's my line.
Hey, she stole mine.
Everybody knows Amber is my favorite.
She's alright.
Commenter in the group.
She alright. Okay.
So let me have that.
Nah, you got it, baby.
I don't ask for much. That's a lie. I ask for a lot.
You do. I was like, yeah. Nah, you ain't got that. Every single. Hey, he asked for a lot, but guess what? That's how we got a lot of these upgrades too, as well.
I work a lot, so you know.
I mean, to be fair, like we've come a long way.
Yeah,
and it ain't for lack of effort. Like there's been a lot of work going on, and Austin's been at the helm of a lot of it. So
hey, speaking of Austin's work at the helm, man, can we hear some more of those tracks you got?
Yeah, I got something.
Throw another one in there.
I'm actually gonna throw some stuff from I'm Trash But I'm Trying. I'm gonna start there just because I got the artwork up on the wall.
Hey,
y'all don't see it because we adjusted the sky cam for today's show, but
give you a little behind the scenes.
I actually have an incomplete song I'm gonna play for y'all, but I just like it and the people like it, so hopefully y'all do too. It's called BFF.
Different color diamonds on my neck, go burn. Always try to teach them, but these niggas never learn. I wanna say I love you, but you gotta go first. I wanna say I love you, but you gotta go first. Different color diamonds on my neck, go burn. Always try to teach them, but these niggas never learn. I wanna say I love you, but you gotta go first. I wanna say I love you, but you gotta go first. Yeah, bleachers on the weekday, not the weekend. Get your TLC, no need for creeping. Got your own accounts, you never leeching. Tell me all your secrets, I can keep it. Finally got the chance to be alone. Give me all your time, put down your phone. Tell your girls you good, leave you alone. Tell them all about it back at home. Special, wanna change my life and I promise that I'ma let you. Never think it twice when I tell you that you're my best friend. Shawty never slacking, she make me feel like the best man. Yeah, yeah, ayy. Different color diamonds on my neck, go burn. Always try to teach them, but these niggas never learn. I wanna say I love you, but you gotta go first. I wanna say I love you, but you gotta go first. Different color diamonds on my neck, go burn. Always try to teach them, but these niggas never learn. I wanna say I love you, but you gotta go first. I wanna say I love you, but you gotta go first. Different color diamonds on my neck, ooh, yeah, ay. I might buy my girl a new Protect. Long as she don't cause a nigga stress, ooh, yeah, ay. On a DJ Khaled, she the best. Yeah, look, let's be real, you know you're dealing with a real one. I've been grinding, trying to stack 100 million. QTS, you know we always in the building. I got heat in case a nigga wanna hear some. Different color diamonds on my neck, go burn. Always try to teach them, but these niggas never learn. I wanna say I love you, but you gotta go first. I wanna say I love you, but you gotta go first. Different color diamonds on my neck, go burn. Always try to teach them, but these niggas never learn. I wanna say I love you, but you gotta go first. I wanna say I love you, but you gotta go first.
Yeah, bring me.
That joint's called BFF. That's off the I'm Trash But I'm Trying album, coming soon. I promise it's coming soon. I told my label stop holding me hostage and let me drop music.
Hey,
so
talk
if
to
y'all
CEO.
got a problem, y'all holla at Ricky. Y'all go on Ricky's messages and tell him to let me drop my music.
Hey, we got some. First of all, that's not very. It's not very business of you throwing everything out there like that. But
Hey,
as a
if
good
Joe
CEO,
can do it, so can I.
Hey, Joe on a different level though. Joe.
Only in reality, mentally, I'm on the same level he is.
Hey. Hey, can we talk about that, Joe and CTG?
Let's talk about
Let's
it.
actually get into this real quick. All right, so yeah, I know. First of all, Charlamagne the God, Joe Budden, they got into a recent as far as Joe's podcast leaving Spotify and here in a couple of days, September 23rd. Charlamagne had a lot of comments about Joe having bad negotiation with him leaving Hot 97 early. Complex Everyday Struggle left that show too as well, and then Spotify, and then Charlamagne, the guy looking outside in, even though he's talked to Joe Budden. You know, they text and talk all the time.
They got a real love-hate relationship.
It's strange, man.
Like they're not friends, but they act like they're friends.
Yeah.
So maybe they are friends and they just are weird.
And they done work together too as well. Like they did a little
do
wrap
the
up in the year.
They do end of year wrap ups. They do the pull up.
They on each other's shows.
Yeah, they do plenty.
And also, I know you about to say something.
No.
You got it after this before I actually really introduce this, but I just hate to see two prominent media figures, black men, going back and forth each other like this. Like it doesn't help. It doesn't win here, but I like what one of them is doing as far as the growth of what they're trying to do for everyone, and we can be kind of somewhat indirectly affected from that. What's your initial thoughts on that?
I think Charlamagne, the one thing that I do appreciate about him is he's not afraid to offer his opinion about any given subject. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean he always should.
Right.
But he always comes from a place where he's not afraid to share, like, his personal opinion, what he believes. And Buzz, man, like, we all agree. We all kind of stand behind Buzz on this one when it comes to CTE to God, when it comes to the Spotify thing. Like, we all, like, pretty much in consensus. I think this is, like, one of those situations where Charlamagne, man, made to, like, pump his brakes. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, if him and Buzz do have, like, one of them talking relationships, maybe they need to, like, talk it out a little bit more. And, like, Buzz maybe give him the rundown, like, what's really going on. Mm-hmm. That way you're not speaking out of pocket. And I think Charlamagne tends to do that. Like, he will jump the gun. And he will speak on some shit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So the thing is, it's not just Charlamagne, because they've talked. So I don't know if y'all were able to watch the last clip I sent of Joe Budden actually responding.
The 45-minute joint.
The hour joint.
Yeah, the hour joint.
You sent the 45-minute joint, which was the beginning of it all. Well, it was Joe Budden's initial response to Charlamagne.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I then saw another video of somebody else breaking it down, Speak On It. Shout out to her on YouTube. That's the page name, Speak On It. She broke it down again with Charlamagne's response to what Joe Budden said that we watched.
Right.
And then after watching her video, I went back to Joe Budden's page to watch his final response to Charlamagne again. And so basically, the reason that Joe Budden hand down walks away with the cake on this one is because Joe Budden is literally trying to let Charlamagne the God know, like, everything that is going on right now, like, I pioneered all of this. I own this. I've been the one going to these places, getting all the information that you niggas can't get, and I'm bringing it back to y'all, and I'm telling y'all what the information is. I'm literally, like, paving the way for all the and he even admits he is John narcissistic, and he admits that he knows he's narcissistic to an extent, but he's still doing it for the betterment of us. So he doesn't even, if you listen to Joe Budden, he doesn't even necessarily argue with Charlamagne the God. He explains his stance and basically tells Charlamagne the God and Andrew Schultz and whoever else is around, pipe down, simmer down, because it may look and seem like to you that we're on the same playing field fighting for the same things, but we're not.
Yeah, that was an excellent quote.
I'm in ownership.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're working for. So we're in two different lanes, and Joe Budden's the question he kept asking, he was like, so if I am he was like, so I'm taking the path to ownership, you take the path that works for you to work for somebody, but we're both setting it up for the future of black people to have their own voice. Why should we even be going back and forth on this? There should be no issue here. So to see my fellow black people, my fellow black brethren talking down on me, and whoever is running this smear campaign going at me,
talking that smear campaign too a little bit,
then why is that an issue if we're both aiming for the same thing? So the smear campaign is, of course, people out here saying Joe Budden is messing with dogs and is being abusive, has domestic violence issues or whatever the case, none of which has been proven. He's lost 0 endorsements or business interests because nothing can be proven. It's a cheap smear campaign. It's not legitimate. The only people talking about it are these lower level, and not even just lower level, but the black news. Black news.
Like your media
like black Twitter,
your media
black Twitter,
takeout, your shade room,
which is sad.
Shade room.
It's
just
sad,
the
man.
black news
show.
is talking about it. That's how cheap of a smear campaign it is. Because if it was major, we've seen major smear campaigns against black people and black artists. We've seen those, how they work. They don't just stay in the black community.
Yeah, no.
Everybody gets the white community on their
The
side.
Hollywood Reporter, all that.
Yeah.
Why is there
TMZ
why is there no dog lovers and all of that stuff making a big uproar about this Joe Budden news? Because the people who running the smear campaign don't have enough money to reach that demographic.
Right.
It's a cheap smear campaign, and you're failing.
miserably.
And so I stand with Joe Budden. We all stand with Joe Budden, as the title insists.
Definitely.
And I appreciate him paving the way for our independence, and setting an example for us to stay independent, because it's called BNY Network for a reason. It's no longer just a podcast. BNY Podcast is now the main brainchild of BNY Network at this point.
It's the flagship program.
It's the flagship show.
Yeah.
It's
Like
the Breakfast
SportsCenter or
Club
ESPN.
of BNY Network. But it is by far not the biggest, by far not the only. And I promise you, I'm sorry if y'all don't want to hear this, but it will not be the biggest. It won't be the flagship program for long, because I got some shit in the works.
Well, I'll tell you what. As CEO, as long as it's on the network, whatever pops off, baby.
The radio
It
is
doesn't matter.
The radio is going to blast off in a year and a half or 2 years, if that.
Hey, that's all love right there.
It's gonna blast off.
Ain't no ego here. I don't care who shine.
Whatever
I don't
works,
care who
works.
shine, baby. Hey, do your thing. BNY Network's 100% behind you, because, like Joe Budden said, ownership versus employee of the month.
It's completely
Allow us to own ours,
100.
because that way nobody outside of us can tell us what to do. They
Exactly.
can't put us to the side like Nick Cannon. They can't throw us in the corner and get rid of us over some comments they ain't like that we said.
That really starts to put things into perspective. When you put like that whole Nick Cannon thing, it really does. Like, that's exactly what we're talking about. That's exactly what Bud's talking about. Like you said, he can avoid that. He can say what he want, do what he want. You can't kick him off of his program.
Exactly.
You know, regardless of how much work Nick put in to make Wild 'N Out the success that it was, a couple offhanded comments in some people's eyes, and look where he is now. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, he literally brought that program up from nothing to where it is, like, international prominence. And just like that, he's no longer hosting. He's no longer on it. Like, so, yeah, when you're talking about ownership versus being employed, like he said, that's two different lanes that we're talking about. So 100%. Respect it, because each one works for whomever, and he's still paving the way for the people that's coming behind you. But let's not make this an argument or a debate. It's not a competition.
Yeah, whatever works for you in life, but don't muddy up the waters and hop in one pool when you ain't ready for the other. Don't sweep in the deep end. Don't swim in the deep end.
You ain't got your floaties. You ain't got the floaties. Don't jump out there.
Hey.
Exactly. Speaking of ownership and jumping out there, that's exactly what I do in my music. I got another song for y'all where I express my love for somebody.
Bring it.
Because that's what I do on all my songs.
I was going to say, which song is this?
I'm about to say,
which part is this?
I just want y'all to know that. I just want y'all to know that although she may be gone, I still stand by every word in this song.
Damn.
Keisha part 3, ladies and gentlemen.
I knew it.
Of course. Of course.
He was gonna love this record.
Will does love this record.
And I hope you do too.
And the people do too. Hey, y'all enjoy the record, man.
Ain't she the one? Someone tell her she the one. Ay, make me jealous, I would give her all my love. Cause she the one. Yeah. Ain't she the light skin, curly hair, I knew it right then. Little hood, you know I like that. Think I guess I gotta type then. Are you down to be my type, baby? Cause I ain't really tryna fight this. Said I ain't really tryna fight this. Said I ain't really tryna fight. Ain't she the one? Someone tell her she the one. Make me jealous, I would throw her all my funds. Hey, someone tell her she the one. Ain't she the strapped up, spin her back and run it back up. Keep me straight, I'll never act up. Keep it real, I'm not an actor. I got fingers full of factors. Just need one finger from you, that's good. Won't change a thing, but your last name. I don't run game, I got asthma. Woo! Yeah. Woo! So someone tell her she the one. I think I had an epiphany. Why don't you meet me at Tiffany's? Me and you, baby, you know it was meant to be. It took a minute, I won't let that get to me. You say the word and I spin the bean. Cause she the one. Someone tell her she the one. Make me jealous, I would give her all my love. Someone tell her she the one. Yeah, and someone tell her she the one. Someone tell her she the one. Make me jealous, I would throw her all my funds. Hey, someone tell her she.
Hey, the bionic man himself is in the building. What's good, Uncle Lou?
Lou Junior, baby.
Hey.
Like
he about to pull up.
Hey, pull up.
It's
Joe
two
Budden
of them
style.
open.
Pull up.
But I'ma pay anyway. Shawty look good for me every day. So I never matter, she make me wait. It's worth the time. Someone tell her she the one. I'm trying to spend a life, not trying to spend the night. So someone tell her she the one. Ain't she the one. I started loving the ignorance that you warn me. That includes random women running up on me. They be ego stroking, but really it does you dirty. Cause now I'm really feeling like maybe you don't deserve me. False prophets, that was off topic. I keep falling like a baby when he starts walking. And I be acting like you get on my nerves when all you do is care for a nigga. Like you ain't always been there for a nigga, except that one time when I got out of character with you, and you had to put me back in my place. I was 25, I can't forget the look on your face. I was a kid then, I didn't get it, but I asked you to forgive me and you did it. I'm tripping if I ever think I'm getting over you, and the truth is I be hoping that you never want me to. I just wanna be close to you. Come here, let me stare in your eyes. Nothing weird, I just wanna spend some time with the stars. And I think that my bad, I just got lost. See what I did there? I'm making it clear that my heart is yours, it lives here. On a song so it's public, but it's very sincere. I think you know that at least. Okay, it's 10:05. I never thought that I'd be taking it here. Part 3 was crazy. I really hope that you feel it. Not so much a song as a declaration. I promise I'm being patient. I just hope that you're doing the same thing. I'm on my way back and I'm really hoping you trust me. Ain't gotta say it back. I already know that you love me. I always been a simp to choose a woman over money. I just hope this time it works out for me.
Keisha part 3.
Hey.
10 p.m. in Waldorf.
Part 4 on the way.
I ain't going to
How
part
many
4,
parts
though.
are there? How many chapters to this is it going
It's
to
like
be?
an R. Kelly joint.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly where I was going.
I'm going to be 100% real with you.
Huh.
I have probably an album, if not a deluxe album worth of songs that were all inspired by Keisha and don't all have the Keisha title on them. Keisha's title is only on specific songs, but as far as songs inspired by her, I can honestly, and I might put out a whole album because I could.
I mean,
You know what that sounds
not?
like?
I literally could.
We got to do the genius work on Austin Toad's music, decipher the lyrics, and see what bars he's actually talking about.
Go
Keisha.
through all of it and then figure out who.
We need a super fan, a BNY investigator.
I did a light genius with you one day where I was telling you, I was breaking down a song to you and what I said in that song and what it was connected to. And this man was like blown away because it got really deep.
It was
I'm talking
wild,
like
bro.
if I was to write a book, I could just one verse. I could honestly write 2 chapters.
Well, shit. So now Austin the author.
Oh, I got a book. It's called Ostentatious. It's not done yet.
Why is this the first time I'm hearing of this?
Ostentatious, a
What?
true-ish life story. A true-ish life story. Because it's
Loosely.
my life according to my recollection of it. I'm not talking to anybody else for verification, for honesty on what actually happened.
Verification.
It's literally
Accuracy.
just my side of the story.
I mean, that's fair. That's
And
where
then
a
I'm
lot
also
of.
writing a book that I'm going to petition God to put in the Bible. It's called Austinians. So we'll see how that goes too.
Wait, he said he gonna petition God to put it.
I'ma
in.
You know
ask
what?
him.
Just let it rock.
Yeah.
I didn't even touch on it.
Bro, you know, no matter what you believe, you either believe there's going to be a new heavens and a new earth, or just a new heavens and new earth. That's
what
one.
a lot of good books say.
Or whatever you believe, whatever the case, there will be new scrolls opened in that time period.
So you would be one of the new scrolls.
I'm just going to see if I could possibly be in one of the new scrolls.
Or a false prophet.
Make
It's
sure.
not a false prophet if God approves.
And if he doesn't,
Well, hell, I'm going to burn anyway. So it
hell,
don't
I'm
matter.
burned anyway.
Hey, look. hey, make sure you plug PG Jakes while you in there.
Oh, you be delivering the good word.
Hey, look,
More to come on that.
If Killer Mike can do a church of sleep, I can write a Bible book.
So Kanye West got
We got the Church of Yeezy, right?
Sunday services.
Sunday
Got a
services.
whole Yeezus album.
Exactly.
Which, by the way, Jesus is King album, which, by the way, was very good. I don't care what you think.
No,
of
I
Kanye.
love Jesus
The
is
album
King.
was great.
I have not through podcasts yet, but I want to defend that album completely.
Oh, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Because I defend it to people all the time.
Yeah, that album is fantastic.
And if you don't like Kanye, I don't care because the album was great. So, yeah.
It's all music, baby.
That's
It's dope
true.
shit.
So look, back to music real quick, man, because we was just touching on this before the break, but we got to hear that track from Austin drop for us. So as it stands right now, man, Buzz and this whole situation with Spotify, according to him, 23rd of September is when he literally said he has no idea where his show is going to be playing, what platform is going to be streaming on, where we're going to be able to find it. That is a shock for all of us fans because, a lot of people need their daily dose of the Joe Budden, Maury, and Raw show.
Right.
More Rory and Maul. So, fellas, man, like, just real quick, man, like, what y'all anticipate he's going to go with this? I mean, 'cause as we all know, like, all three of them are plugged in with a lot of heavy hitters in hip-hop and a lot of different industries. So it's not like they are going to be without offers, or, you know what I'm saying? It's not like they're not going to have a place to put their show up and stream. But, as far as, like, what we believe, like, let's play a game right now. You know what I'm saying? The speculation game. Where do you think they're going to end up?
Speculation game. Shit. I mean, one network to another. Hey, Joe Budden, you want to sit down and have a conversation? Hey, we can talk a few numbers. Hey, you get 90, we'll take 10.
Relax.
That's more than enough.
Relax. No, not happening. Yeah, DC, sound like Ricky just shot his shot.
Of course I did.
Of course.
I don't know what you meant, but I say Joe Budden start his own thing.
Of course.
Completely
Absolutely.
independent.
Like
Joe Budden going independent in podcasting is equivalent to Drake going independent in music.
So you're saying he's that heavy of a hitter?
He is the hitter. Joe Rogan doesn't get his podcast deal if Joe Budden isn't tried and true.
Because Joe Budden was the first one there.
Bill Simmons doesn't get his podcast deal if Joe Budden isn't tried and true.
$250 million.
Bill Simmons?
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
The Ringer Network.
250.
Hey, Amber, you believe in us? That's what's up. I appreciate you.
Like,
Doable. Yeah, there it is right there. Come on now. I'm just saying. Like,
yo, but that begs the question, bro. Like, what was they talk? What? I know this is a little off topic because we were talking about speculating where he going. But that begs the question, bro. What was they throwing his way for him to turn it down?
It's not about the numbers. See, that's the thing.
No, I'm just curious. Like, I know it's not about it. I'm just curious, like, what the numbers were.
I'm going to give you from Joe Budden's point of view. They never got to negotiations. Because if you're not coming to him talking about stock,
this
ownership,
is a good one right here. Yep.
We're not talking about, I don't care what you're talking about, money. You came to me and my guys with the option to buy some used Rolexes, but then still didn't even want to pay for that. We hit all the markers plus some, and y'all still didn't really want to give us our bonus. Joe Budden has gotten enough information over the last 3 years that if you're not talking ownership with him, if you're not talking at least some stock, like they didn't even offer stock.
A board seat.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
tough.
like I need something legit to mess with y'all again, like to keep working with y'all. And why make myself exclusive when I can hit the entire market?
Right.
Spotify is not the podcasting game. Spotify, Joe Budden says, Spotify, you're not Apple. You don't have, what are you selling? You don't have a store that I can go into and purchase what you created.
Which is a great point, by the way.
That's true.
You are a platform for what other people are creating. So all of the work that I put in, you sit back and do nothing. You're literally just a platform. You're a gateway. You're the car. But without me driving and the gas in it, you're useless. So why should I be giving you the majority of anything? Okay, so instead of just hitting people that listen to Spotify, now I get the people who don't want to listen to Spotify, the people who don't download Spotify. I can get all of them.
Point. A lot of Joe Rogan's fans are very upset we went to Spotify exclusive. Very upset.
Because that's the only place
that.
they could get them.
Exactly.
Now.
So no
People
more
don't like that.
No more the YouTubes. No more the.
Well, he's going to still do the clips on YouTube.
Yeah, the clips though. But
no more Apple Podcasts. Any of that. It's just
that's tough.
Strictly Spotify.
I mean, he took $100 million, but it's But like you said, like this is the equivalent. Like you said, the equivalent of Drake going independent. Now, okay, we'll just rock with that right there. I don't have any data to back that one way or another. But I will say though, it's pretty damn close. It's pretty damn close.
Data. Joe Budden has said it plenty of times.
The numbers. I know he's went through. I don't have the actual numbers on hand.
He was nobody did exclusive podcast deals since Joe Budden, correct?
No,
so we can equate Joe Budden. I got you.
Yeah,
we can equate Joe Budden to the birth of, let's say, hip hop. Hip hop was birthed.
Okay.
If we birth hip hop, and you have the pioneer of it, who not only pioneers and starts it, but when other people start popping up, getting a bunch of money, and these are the people who are getting, who Spotify is really pushing and want to beat out Joe, but he still stays number one for 3 years straight. That's equivalent to a new kid or a old head stat. It's like Jay-Z. All of these new kids are coming up, but Jay-Z ain't going nowhere.
Right.
He could drop something today, and it would still be a chart topper.
444
the difference is Joe Budden is going to always continue to be number one. See, that's where we go from the difference in music and why I say Drake. It's equivalent to Drake going independent. Because Drake has spent his entire career signed, going number one. Joe Budden signed and is always going number one. See, Jay-Z went solo early. He was working towards owning his own early on. Drake has decided to stay signed during his entire run of being at the top. And Drake is going to be at the top until he dies. And then after that, he's going to continue to be at the top because everybody love you more when you die.
Oh, posthumous albums, all that. Like
So,
Pop, MJ, ain't no thing.
Joe Budden deciding to go from signed to independent in the podcast world is going to be like if Drake, after this album, decided to go independent.
Yeah, I see what you mean right there. I was
just based on the size of them and what they've done in the game.
I'm with you on that one too as well. It's gonna be interesting. I know some people are throwing out Revolt too as well. He can go over there, but Joe Budden. I mean, why would CBS go underneath NBC? This is the way I look at it. If Joe Budden's being a network.
Exactly.
So yeah, my guy, rock, do your own thing. You got the tours too as well with the podcast.
Yeah.
Which if everybody's tours has been held back just due to COVID.
Right.
I like to see he's got more shows launched underneath him too as well. Maul, he's got his own thing popping off. Also mentioned a Roy album.
Roy got a whole album he working on, and that's the thing. Spotify wanted a piece of that too.
Yeah, they wanted.
Spotify wanted a piece of Rory's side hustle and Maul's side hustle and Parks.
Yeah, Parks, the engineer.
So why I'm gonna give you all that? There's no number you could give me to give you a piece of all my niggas' ownership.
Right.
It's not gonna happen.
You just want it. You just want stuff.
I don't. And
you just want more because that's what's gonna benefit you.
Joe Budden said. Oh shoot! I just forgot. It was just on the tip of my tongue too. Pause.
Nah, all good.
Y'all go ahead. If I think of it, I'll say it.
Yeah, go ahead, Dev.
Nah, look, you brought up like the whole tours, obviously being affected by this pandemic stuff, man. But they literally have like so many different outlets available to them in general. Once all this stuff dies down and we kind of find some normalcy just in society in general, they got so many different avenues that he can choose from. Like, it's like, I look at it as like baseball or any major sports when the biggest name doesn't renew that contract with that team. Yeah. And September 23rd.
If Giannis don't.
Yeah. Ooh. Like, September 23rd, Giannis or Buzz he gonna be available. Yeah. He gonna be open for talks.
He already said he got people hitting him up talking about what number do you want.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but he said it's not about money right now.
It's a sweepstakes at this point. But he knows exactly what he's going for. It's not about the number. We talking ownership. We talking stocks. We talking about worth. Yeah. And so I'm curious to see like who's going to be the one that steps up and say, look, we understand. Yeah. And we understand what you're going to bring to the table. So what you want? Stocks You name your price. You name the amount for all three or all four of you all. You know what I'm saying?
But it's not just the four of them.
Well, it's everyone
literally
that's
a whole network of people. Like, he has a whole team that lives on the West Coast in California.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he literally has people employed almost all over the country. He's done what his podcast with Master P did with No Limit. He literally has an entire team all over the country. So he's not just thinking about his pockets. He got to think about everybody. And I remember what he said, because of who he is and the trail that he's blazing. He said, being that I carry and I hold so much weight, what does it look like for me to take a big number to take a bad deal just because it's a big number? What kind of example am I setting for all of you niggas that's followed me?
He's the one out here fighting for us right now.
True.
100%.
He's fighting for BNY Podcast.
100%.
A lot of things that we do, low key, if you notice the different podcasts, different sets we have on here, it's based off a lot of things Joe Budden has done. It's a successful formula.
Oh yeah.
Like the offshoots we got BNY Midwest, BNY South, Words Never Spoken, Municipal Bias, EXO Pregame Show, Words Never Spoken, Lessons in Love. All those are underneath the network. All together, all of us working as one unit to move forward. So him paving the way, him standing up to these giant corporations and giving the finger and say, I go independent, that just strengthens our resolve too at the same time.
100%.
Exactly.
Because I ain't ready to go sign with nobody. I might even get out of my label deal after Joe Budden done.
Oh my God.
After Joe Budden done inspired me, shoot. Like, especially if they don't let me drop this music.
You dropping music right now.
You are. Go ahead and drop some more for us.
All right, let me see what I'm going to do for y'all. Hey, shout out to my ex.
Which one?
Rebecca.
Damn.
I hope you sleep well, and maybe you'll dream about me. I know it's really cheesy, but anyway, I hope you have a good night, and I'll talk to you in a. And also, I love you very much.
Don't think that I'm angry cause I stun on you. They can only see what I allowed them to. Tell the truth, I didn't mean to spread this clout on you. But you welcome, baby, I got all this clout from you. But I gotta say you looking good up under it. Deleted all your pictures out my phone cause they was troubling. Safe to say you chasing down the bag the way you fumbled it. Yeah. Where you? Look. Mike told me to cool it. I put my soul in the music, so if I really offended you, I intended to do it. Yeah, I'm glad that you seen it. If I wrote it, I mean it. Cover art was so obvious, it was kinda demeaning. I understand why she texted me. Kept standing next to me, telling me about this recipe, and I need to stop writing about you. I tell them never, I'ma write about you forever. Even if I wanted to get back together, even if I'm feeling better, it's happening. Wrote a song full of captions, but I'm good now. I really truly hope that you're happy. All the things you ever wanted, hope you're making them happen. Hope you got over those issues and you never move backwards. Girl, you special and you need someone to tell you that. That false confidence will never be enough. You need a push, you need somebody that's gonna tell you that you're great and you can do it. Girl, you're great, you can do it. I really hope you're improving, and if you're hearing my music, yeah, I really hope you're hearing this. Hated you for leaving, but I thank you for the memories. Really found some things that I could take from the experience. Learning how to love myself so I don't love and fear again. And I promise I will never be that same nigga that you up and left like he a lame nigga. No explanation at all. Even after talking weddings and all. Even after what we did in the lot. Or even at the garage. Even after all the things that we fought. Me crying with you while I'm still on the job. Them the memories I won't forget. But what about you? I'm not expecting you to check on me. To tell the truth, I probably wouldn't answer. I rebounded though, I got myself together. Even now I'm living better than ever. Let's talk about it. Never thought I'd be on tour with the gang. Now overseas people know me by my government name. Every show they follow me on the gram. Before I say the username, life is really insane, but I won't complain. Well, I guess I'm finally gaining traction. Guess it's what they call growth, I'm trying to make it happen. Went to see a therapist, I'm finally taking action. Oh, I'm balling too, so that makes me happy. Sincerely, Austin Toes.
Do as well for that
We
fourth.
unmuted, by the way.
Hey.
But yeah.
Oh, we back?
Dear Rebecca, if you're watching right now, you're welcome.
You're welcome. Why you hit her with the love talking slow jam jump though?
She be lurking, bro.
You're welcome.
She lurking?
She be lurking all the time. On Words Never Spoken whatever episode I had Ebony on, I asked Ebony on a date, like live on the show.
Wait, who's Ebony?
She was on Words Never Spoken.
Oh, I remember you talking about that. Yeah, I got you.
After that show, why my ex follow her?
Oh, that's creepy.
Her
like
new
on Instagram?
Page. Yeah.
Stop.
She followed her new page on Instagram.
Wow.
After the show.
Right there.
That is creepy.
Ain't no
Rebecca,
way,
you watch,
ain't
you
no
a stalker.
other way she's seen it unless it was from lurking. So, shout out to you, Rebecca.
Damn, Rebecca.
Is that shout out worthy? I don't know.
I mean, it's like a
That's
backhanded compliment.
That's weird.
Yeah.
She ain't even heard the remix to Hello There. I'm gonna play that one next. I should play it right now. Shout out Low Key Lonely. You wanted a song with Low Key, right?
Hey, shout out to Low Key Lonely. That's my guy from BNY 3.7. You can find him on YouTube. Ruth Bader Ginsburg just died. We don't get into politics. Oh, hold a second now.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
That's
wow.
Supreme Court Justice.
Yep.
Hey, let's
Wasn't she appointed? She was appointed by.
Hey, we a live radio show. Hold on one second.
Shit, wait a minute.
We gonna do a little bit of work here.
Hey, so look, while we do this research,
yeah,
I'm gonna set up to play another song. Y'all let us do a little looking into that death.
Damn.
Because we know nothing about it. You broke the news here for us. Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Bader.
So I'm gonna play some music and we're gonna do some research. And y'all just bear with us. Hello There, the remix. If y'all ain't heard the original, it pissed her off to the moon and beyond. Her sister wrote me like a 6-paragraph letter.
Sound like cover art to me.
Off of that junk. So y'all check this out. Hello There, the remix featuring my boy, Low Key Lonely.
Yeah. I told Austin I needed to get on this. I got some things I need to get on. Appreciate you, Austin.
Alexa,
Yeah.
play 850.
I said hello there. I shot my shot and they missed. Now I'm the one that ended up biting the bullet. She didn't reply. I was pissed. Tried to be a better man, but these paragraphs let me better than this. She replied with a gift. Not gonna lie, I consider sliding by your crib and replying with brick after brick after brick. I'm sorry, baby, that was corny. Your favorite rapper tried to warn me. When you're getting money and you're rich, don't be surprised if she having trouble losing grip. Matter of fact, it was flipped, cause I'm the nigga that was fiending, and you the one that ended up leaving. But fuck that, cause I'm ballin' like Spartan, James Harden in the garden. If you need the money, it was already sent. I'd be more than happy to assist. Chris Paulin, New Orleans, no cap, baby, I was all in. We was plugged in, but you shit like the callers. Yeah, I said hello there, you ain't even give me a big head. Now I'm big hot like Big Red, and these bitches fake like silicone. Don't even try to act friendly. I'ma count cake like Demodons. Since you don't wanna come near me, I'ma scream louder so you hear me. Let's go.
Hello there, surprised I got you on the phone there. To get your attention, I jumped to some hoops. I never thought I had to go there. This is not what you expected. Guess I did some second guessing. Rewrote this verse about 3 or 4 times. The first few was way too messy. But I got control of myself. I won't even talk about how you lost control at the college. It's not common knowledge. They can't even Google it, baby. I'm sorry, I had to stay true to this, baby. But really, I'm chilling, it's over. I hit New York when they cleared the corona. If you got words, you can say it all then. Just pick a good spot because dinner is on us. I'm sorry, I'm acting all goofy. I realize life is a movie. And this is the part where I understand that for you to grow, you had to lose me. I had to slide on you like Tuesday. Used to kick it with you, Bruce Lee. Can't believe I let you fool me.
Alexa,
But look, I still put my life on our songs, yeah. You were better with the long hair. Never thought you could go wrong, yeah. You were scheming all along, yeah. I was hurt, how could you not care? Bringing your feelings to stop there. You was playing all along, yeah. Mike and Tuff told me to cool it, I told him I'd do it. I tried and I fell, baby, listen. You talking to everybody for a quote, except for the nigga who name on the building. They say that I'm beating the dead horse. I guess you look like a horse, so I feel it. I wear my heart on my sleeve, but I'm chilling. I'm perfectly fine with my rollers and villain, yeah. So hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello.
I like that. Hello, hello, hello.
Alexa, play 850.
Yeah, I said hello there. I shot my shot and they missed. Now I'm the one that ended up biting the bullet. She didn't reply, I was pissed. Try to be a better man, but these paragraphs don't be better than this. She replied with a gift. Not gonna lie, I consider sliding by your crib.
That's wild. Look, when I see hello there, I'ma just swipe to the left and delete. Hope you do friends with this song on repeat, cause they don't realize you was with me. Hope that you bounce right back up on your feet. Hope that you find a new man that's a king. Hope that he check every box that you need. Then when you love him, I hope that he leave, yeah.
Hello there. All right, so we are back, and we are going to throw it to Ricky right now. We're going to talk about this Supreme Court Justice who unfortunately just passed away and the implications. Ricky, it's all yours.
Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg dies at 87. Dubbed the notorious RBG, the sharp-tongued Ginsburg was much as a trailblazer as she was brash. Ruth Ginsburg, the Supreme Court Justice who was pioneering as she was brash, died Friday, today. She was 87 years old. Despite her small stature, Ruth was larger than life, both on and off the bench. Viewed as a feminist icon, she broke countless barriers, never shying away from making controversial statements along the way, with everything from her high court opinions to her worker routines, earning her the nickname the notorious RBG by a rabid fan base. Diagnosed with cancer 4 times, Ruth has had numerous health scares, including numerous recent hospitalizations. Her death will open a pivotal seat on the court less than 50 days away from the presidential election. If we could, just real quick, just take a quick moment of silence, 8 seconds for Supreme Court Justice. Thank you. A sharp-tongued moderate liberal, she was appointed to the Supreme Court in 1993 and repeatedly vowed to stay as long as her health permitted. Even when some liberals pressured her to step down at age 81 during the Obama administration so a Democrat president could be guaranteed to appoint her successor. All right, let's stop right there because even that last part was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to DC on Twitch too as well. This would be 45's third justice appointment, which is absolutely crazy for a president to do
in the first term.
I want to touch on a couple things here. Let's focus first on the presidential election with the Supreme Court Justice. Now this fight has gone a little bit further. Dev, you being an aspiring lawyer yourself, we like to talk about the legal aspects of losing the Supreme Court Justice.
So I'm still in my fledgling stages. So I may not necessarily fully understand the full implications of her passing. And I understand certain things as far as like this potentially being 45's like third appointment. That's huge, especially during his first term. Now, if he were to be nominated again, 3 over the course of 2 terms, that's a little bit more understandable. But 3 during the first term is pretty outlandish. By no fault of his own, honestly. It's just kind of that's how the cards fell. They just fell in his favor. But with her passing, man, that's it. It removes a portion of, the justices that she obviously by her title, she considered herself like a liberal moderate. But she was a trailblazer in that, being a woman and what she brought to the table, that the certain attitude that she had. A lot of people like called her like she was considered like a dog out there. Like she was not afraid to defend her standpoint. At one point, which is really uncommon for justices, she actually read her dissent and why she disagreed with the majority while they were on the bench in the midst of whatever trial it was, which is really extremely uncommon. But that just speaks to the fact that she was who she was, and she was not afraid to be that individual. She was not afraid to take a stand against the masses, and she wasn't afraid to voice it. And that's exactly why she was appointed to that seat in the first place. And the fact that she held on, like when people was pressuring her to kind of, step down during the Obama administration. I mean, everything that you read and you hear about this woman speaks to just her dedication to, her job, her craft, dedication to, doing what's right in the eyes of the public, and really kind of holding that seat to the esteem that it's supposed to be. She is definitely, someone to kind of, I know a lot of lawyers, a lot of attorneys, especially when you're talking about in law as far as courtroom law, and actually working and operating in that environment. She was definitely someone that a lot of people looked up to. And just like being an attorney in general, just her knowledge about a lot of different things. She definitely, and she spoke a lot too. Like she definitely toured a lot before she got like extremely sick. But she would speak at certain schools and a lot of different auditoriums. And, there was never a kid, for what I've heard in certain articles that I've read, there was never anyone that left those auditoriums that didn't feel better off than when they came in there after hearing her speak. So it's definitely a tremendous loss in the law community. So, but the waves and the ripples that this is going to have as far as this election goes, as far as like the potential appointment, who's going to be brought in, it's tremendous. And honestly, people that's like really who is actually going to vote, you definitely need to be watching and paying attention, because this is definitely going to have a heavy impact on the election. Whoever is brought in, everyone that should be paying very close attention to who's brought on to kind of replace her. So wake up, man. There's a lot of things happening. Like I said, we don't really touch on politics and stuff like that, but this is huge as far as what's is going to be coming up in the next couple months. So keep your eyes open, man. But this is definitely a tough loss as far as the law community goes. I can definitely say that.
Awesome.
Got nothing for you, Bucko.
Fair enough. I respect that. I respect that. Ruth, Supreme Court Justice, she was only the second female justice to serve on the on Supreme Court. So I mean, we'll see what happens from here. It's going to be it's gonna be wild. This whole thing is her death is going to be one thing, but the battle to be fought from here on out is going to be something totally different. The big part is that I asked you a question, and I don't want to come across insensitive, but I'm gonna ask anyway. Should she have stepped down at age 81 and let Obama appoint someone else instead of having her just serve until her death? And we're in the situation we are right now today because she didn't step away when it may have been responsible to do so.
That's twofold. So there's two sides to that you can look at. Yes, because it's not necessarily just justices, but senators, and we've talked about this, how you have 40-year senators, or representatives that's just lifelong. Same thing goes, like a justice doesn't get removed unless like there's something extremely detrimental that occurs where they're forced to step down or passing or they choose to. And it's only under those three circumstances does.
Oh, this is just information as far as
okay.
Hey, DC, thank you for the information right there. It's just as far as justices appointed under different administrations.
Got you.
Past presidents.
Got you. So this, to answer your question, my belief and my take is from the things that certain things that I've read, certain articles and certain pieces, and I've read like certain excerpts of certain dissents of hers. She was still very much so capable of doing the job. Very much so. Very extremely knowledgeable. She was still capable. Her opinion and her stance as far as the application of laws was still relevant. They weren't necessarily antiquated. She was very much kind of progressive, and she wasn't not necessarily progressive in that she was trailblazing and a lot of liberal things going on, but she was definitely willing to learn. And
what I did see though was that she was the champion for gender equality.
Exactly.
So
and that was due to her willingness. That was due to her willingness to kind of learn and as opposed to being, let's just an 81-year-old who's stuck in certain mindsets, which we may have come across in this country. She was definitely willing to learn and to kind of update certain beliefs and mindsets to kind of reflect the times that we're in. And so that was tremendous on her behalf. So when someone says that she should have stepped down, at the age of 81. Why? Give me a justifiable reason that was she not able to do the job? No, she was still very much so doing so. Obviously, as Austin just pointed out, she was a champion for gender equality. This is the day and age that we're living in.
I get all that, but at some point, we all have to retire till the next person come through there. Because if you stay on as a just, you stay on long enough. It's not. It's a totally different job. It's not like your normal 9 to 5. Like I can still do the job. Yeah, you can still do the job, but
should you?
Yeah, you're a 4-time cancer survivor, which means that you can catch pneumonia and that can get you out of here. These are just the facts right here.
The only thing I'll say about it is, it don't matter who you are. When you're in that much of a position, everyone gets an ego. And the older you get, the more your ego is, because you care less about what niggas got to say.
True.
Mm-hmm.
She honestly probably should have stepped down. If they wanted to push a certain agenda, which politics, that's all it is, and she wanted the liberal/Democrat side to be able to push whatever agenda they wanted, she should have stepped down. Obviously, she didn't care.
Or to a certain extent.
Enough about them being able to push whatever agenda. Maybe she didn't care about agendas, period. Maybe she was just like, nah, I'm going to do this job because I don't know that you got anybody that's going to do it how I can do it. Maybe, who knows her? We don't know her thought process because we ain't read nothing on it yet. But if she was going to stand by an agenda that they wanted and a narrative that they wanted to push, then she should have stepped down. Obviously, she ain't care about none of that.
Well, there's a lot of posturing that goes into being a justice as well. It's the same thing with any politics, right? So you think from the time that she was appointed under a Democratic president, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so at 81, Obama's still in office, right? But she's still very much in the mindset that she could do the job. So yeah, maybe she should have retired in 81. But after 81, after Obama's second term was done, who we have in president? We have 45, right? You got to think in her mindset, it's now the time for me to retire based on whose office.
No, but she had her chance.
I'm saying she didn't. She had her chance in 81, but you know what? She decided that she could still do the job, right? So then here it is, 45 hits. Now she's like, well.
Now she has no choice.
Now she's like, well, maybe I should have at that point. Maybe I should have retired. But I'm damn sure not going to do it now based on whose office. That's that posturing at that point. She has to remain so that she can further, or, you know what I'm saying?
Well, no one's arguing that. But Obama administration said that, hey, step away now. Let's appoint somebody that can have your mindset, your view. You can even pick the person, all right? I'm pretty sure that was even said. You pick the person. We'll put that person in charge. She was like, no, this is my seat, my job.
Well,
I'm the second woman ever sit here.
She probably thought Hillary was going to win.
Was that?
She probably thought Hillary was going to win.
And that too.
And a lot of people did.
I mean, but think about it though, like that spot. Like, just think about it from like our level, right? Like Austin, you blow up, you doing your music, and someone tells you when you're 10 years from now, yo, you need to retire, bro. Hang it up. But you at the top of your game. You're still very much capable of putting out good shit. You're still very much capable of doing the thing that you love.
Define retire.
You can't. You got to step away from the mic. You got to step away from the boards. You got to step away from the levels, from the producing. You got to step away from it all. Now you can still be a voice in the background, because that's what she would have been relegated to, a voice. She would have been an opinion piece at that point. So you say, hey, step away from being who you trained or who you brought yourself up to be your entire life to be an opinion piece. You still making real good music at the age of 34, 35, and someone say, yo, it's time to hang it up. But all you can do 39. At this point, you can write an article. Giving your opinion on BNY magazine.
I turn 29 next month.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. 10 years from now, 39. Someone tells you to hang it up. And you're like, yo, you're done. Hang it up, but you still making good music. You still at the top of your game. You're still very much able to do the job.
I'm not gonna ruin your hypothetical because I understand it, so I'm not gonna ruin it.
I'm not gonna attack that either.
I wouldn't do it, but I also am not 81. So
I mean,
it's a big difference between.
No, I understand that, and obviously age does factor into it. But I'm just saying,
like, she's not 47. They came to her like, hey, you need to get out of here. At that point, you're like, what the hell?
She wasn't even 65. She was 81.
And survived cancer 4 times. Like, look, I don't know what's going to happen next after me if I'm Obama. Allow me to replace you now. I don't know what's going to happen in 3 years. I have no idea.
That's true.
Because when she was 81, she had 2 more years. Based on the age that she died at 87, and we're coming up on 4 years of 45, then that means she had about 2 years to step down from 81.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
80,
right,
yeah,
exactly.
And at 83, Obama still would have been, he would have been on his way out, but he still could have replaced.
Right, could have replaced.
Yeah,
but he has his own problems with that too as well. Trying to replace the Supreme Court judges.
It was a lot of pushback.
Because I don't really care
going his
about
way.
this politics, to be honest with you.
But
a lot of people love the lady, and I don't know if y'all want to just still talk about it, but I'm about to transition into a song.
It's solid.
It is.
We gotta give her silence, rest in peace, our thoughts on it, and we'll see what happens next couple weeks.
We're gonna see.
It's gonna be interesting.
We will see.
So, a lot of people are hurt. I hope this isn't offensive, but
no, this is a perfect song right here. What's the title of this song right here?
This title is called "Life Sucks."
Hey,
y'all enjoy this song.
I feel like I've been on this road for too long.
Nishi made the beat.
I'm behind on all my bills, only living for the thrills. But in my town, we don't really have none. Be better if I had a couple mil. Should lay back and pop a pill, yeah. Wishing every day was my last one. And I really had enough, and I really wanna cuss. All alone, who can I trust? All alone, who can I trust? Feel like that I'm dying, feel like giving up. Dog singing, crying, really had enough. All I know is life sucks. Yeah. All I know is life sucks. All I know is life sucks, and I really had enough of it. Too much damage to my heart, who can I trust with it? Still not cool with this depression, I don't f with it. Wait, I'm cleaning all my music, I don't cuss in it. Hot on the anchor, drowning in sorrow and anger. Stabbed in my back with a dagger. All my new friends are not strangers. All my new friends are now I really sound like a canker. Lock it away like a banker. Rap for my side like a banker. I'm out here reaching for what? I want somebody to care about me. Instead my anxiety burying me. That person I look like caring to me. But really it's nobody caring but me. Yeah, and I mean that. Love is a drug where the fiends at. I need a drug with a bean at. I'm behind on all my bills, only living for the thrills. But in my town, we don't really have none. Be better if I had a couple mil. Should lay back and pop a pill, yeah. Wishing every day was my last one. And I really had enough, and I really wanna cuss. All alone, who can I trust? All alone, who can I trust? Feel like that I'm dying, feel like giving up. Dog singing, crying, really had enough. All I know is life sucks. All I know is life sucks. All I know is life sucks, and I really had enough of it. Too much damage to my heart, who can I trust with it? Still not cool with this depression, I don't f with it. Wait, I'm cleaning all my music, I don't cuss in it.
Away from that shit.
Welcome back. It's BNY episode 4.4. You just listened to Life Sucks by yours truly. My life don't suck no more, but it sure did when I wrote that song.
I mean, that's honesty though.
Hey, honesty and growth.
Y'all want transparency and organic? yo, come here.
Right.
You gonna get it, bro. We gonna keep that shit real, and we gonna keep it transparent. Life sucks sometimes.
Yeah,
it
bro.
happens.
Yeah,
Man,
bro.
always sound like Suge Knight. You transparent growth. BNY Network.
Yeah, you don't want Ricky dancing
Shameless
all in your
plug.
videos.
You don't want your CEO not releasing your tracks.
Oh man, you don't
Man.
want to talk about all lives matter. It doesn't matter what.
Hey, can we talk about we had some things were going on with cops in America recently.
What?
I'm gonna
No
talk about
surprise.
the
Cops?
It's just, it's
In
another,
America?
yes.
Say it ain't so.
Yeah, I know. So this is what we got here. It's been a different side of the coin recently. I'm gonna talk about Tulsa. Deb, I'm gonna have you waiting on San Francisco.
Was it San Francisco or was it in
It was in
SoCal?
Cali. It was in
Yeah, I think it was LA. It was LA.
It was
Okay, there
LA.
it is right there. I'm gonna talk about what happened in over here in Tulsa though. So I don't know if y'all seen the video. David Ware, he was pulled over. Have you seen the video? If you haven't seen the video, he was intoxicated. Cops tried to pull him out. He won't pull out. He was resisting arrest. They gave him the pepper spray, the taser, all that. They finally get him out the car. David Ware grabs a gun, pulls it out, kills one cop, seriously injures the other, and runs off. The cops eventually found him. They brought him in peacefully, and he's being detained. He's alive, and he's being detained right now, or arrested, whatever the word is properly. And he's awaiting his day in trial. Now, crazy story. I don't know if y'all seen the video or not, but I highly, highly recommend, if you can't stomach that, just to check out the video to see exactly how everything went from the escalation to the point were evidently the man had a gun hidden in his seat. He just pulled out of nowhere. Like we also us we just talk about. You hear in the video what the pop 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 pop. He just runs off in the other direction. It's all in the body cam. And I'll tell you right now,
He had called his man earlier. His man pulled up, so he hopped in the car with his mans, and they got away. They drove away.
Yeah, he drove away. And dude, I'm telling you right now, I never like watching people die.
Yeah.
Like that's just right there. It's just I don't find enjoyment in that. Talk to us about San Francisco, or I'm sorry, Cali, LA.
Right. So, more to the point, like Ricky said, on the other side of this coin, 2 deputies, they were sitting in their patrol vehicle, an SUV, I believe it was, and an individual who's yet to be named. They don't have a suspect. It was on surveillance video, where they were sitting, middle of the day. Guy walks up, fires I don't know how many rounds into the SUV. Strikes both of them in the head and several other places on their bodies. Both of them are currently in intensive care, going through multiple surgeries, intensive but stable conditions. This is what happened. It was completely unprovoked. As far as we know right now, they were literally just sitting in their patrol vehicle, and the guy walked up from somewhere off the street, unloaded into their truck, and ran off. No suspects, no names, no nothing right now. And this is where we are right now. This is where we are. Like, what do you do? What do you say at this point? Because for all the criticisms that we have of police and the lack of training in certain areas, then we have stories like this come out. Or a few years back, in what was that, Houston, where the guy killed how many cops? Was it like 7 cops? When you remember downtown Houston,
He
he
showed up, just started firing.
He just started firing. He just
Yeah.
murdered like a bunch of different cops, injured a few others before he was actually killed. Like, so what do we do? Where do we go from this point? Like,
I got a disclaimer. My disclaimer is wrong. If you kill, you should be handed your justice for such.
mm-hmm.
But now I have a quote, because they say "Mama always right." That's what they say, especially in the Water Boy. And in the Water Boy, Mama said, "The chickens come home to roost, Bobby Boucher." And I'll be damned if the chickens don't come home to roost. You can't provoke the entire races by killing them and giving them no justice after the fact and not expect retaliation. Now, David Ware wasn't retaliation for black injustice. We're assuming that the shooter in L.A. is black. That's
No,
what
no.
everybody is assuming.
He
And you
wasn't
know
black.
how you know they're assuming it? Because they doing so much to catch him. He looked like a nigga. He walked up like a nigga, shot like a nigga, and ran off like a nigga.
Very Chris Rockish.
So
Yeah, for sure.
they're assuming that he's a nigga. Otherwise, it'd be a little less calm trying to find him, as was David Ware, because they knew exactly who killed the cops in Tulsa. And oh boy, did they find a way to bring him in alive.
Surprisingly.
Peaceful.
Why is he alive
Surprisingly.
right now?
I'm surprised.
We have him on camera killing a cop and could have killed another one. We have him. Honestly, the whole David Ware situation, if his pigment was different, he wouldn't even have lasted that long.
Mm-hmm.
We have Oklahoma cops that killed a nigga before.
Mm-hmm.
We know how they operate. We've seen it.
So you're saying it wouldn't have got through the Mason and
They
all
would
that.
not have
It wouldn't
waited. They would not have put up with him for 3 whole minutes of insubordination
Arguing?
and talking
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
and not listening and pulling out his phone to call his friend and then getting tased and pulling out the taser and just trying to gently like force him out the car, and then he keeps fighting back, and then they just spray him one time. He keeps fighting back. They spray him again. They then get him up out of the car, and they're standing up tussling with him. Ain't no nigga getting that far.
I mean, what just happened? What
show-
just happened 2 weeks ago? Oh, 3 weeks ago now.
What, Jacob Blake?
Jacob Blake.
Exactly.
I mean, literally, guy walked
no
away
nigga
from the
gonna be able to
police
fight that much.
officers, and they were holding on to his tank top.
I mean,
And he opened his door.
I mean, imagine 3 of us walking down with AR-15s to the Maryland State Capitol building to demand state being reopened.
First of
How
all,
far would we get?
we wouldn't make it out your neighborhood. First of all, as soon as we left your driveway, they'd have been already on the way because someone would run here would be like, there's 3 niggas in your front yard at the end of the road with AR-15s.
No, we can't let this happen. And then in L.A.,
No.
I want to talk about L.A.
We got to talk about LA.
because you can't have it both ways, people.
Talk about
You
the whole
can't
thing.
have cops killing other races and white people when they're innocent, and you want to wait and hear the backstory. You want to wait and get all the facts.
The evidence.
Well, I want to
The
get all the
evidence.
facts and evidence on those 2 cops because they probably beat one. One of them was beating the wives. The other one probably was running drugs.
What did they do wrong?
What did they do to deserve
Is that
to
gonna-
get shot?
Oh,
That's
so
usually how it happens, right?
That's what I
Well,
want to
well,
know.
I
Bring them
mean-
a fake criminal record.
Well,
What
I
did
mean,
the cops do?
Not in the cops' defense. That never comes out as far as the cops goes, even if they're convicted of something.
But that's my point.
Let me say
When
something
it's
too
a-
as well. Real quick. Just because you wear a uniform, does that make you a good individual?
hell no. We
This-
know that in the Air Force.
It's easier to cover up.
Exactly. You wear the
Easier to cover up
uniform.
who you really are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're a piece of shit. You put on a uniform, people look at you like, oh,
Yeah,
look at this
you're
guy.
a shiny turd at that point.
Yeah. Exactly.
But my point is this. You can't, when it's black, Latino, or whatever other race, say, oh, no, wait, I got to hear all the facts. I got to know why this person got killed in their sleep. I need to know why this kid got shot on the playground.
He had a real gun.
I need to know why. I need to know why. I need to hear all the facts. I can't believe just
Brown's
whatever I see.
ex-boyfriend was drug dealing.
What
I
could he
gotta
have done
see.
wrong? What could he have done
What I
differently?
just seen. So what did those cops do to that man or that woman who shot them?
That sounds,
What did they do?
That sounds
I
wild,
need
right?
the facts.
that sounds wild.
It doesn't though.
No, I'm just saying, it sounds wild. That's what it sounds like to us every single time that someone that looks like us gets killed.
Oh, okay.
It's the
I
things
see
that we
the
hear.
perspective you're talking about.
Exactly.
It
That's what
doesn't,
we
though.
hear. That's what
Yeah.
we get to deal with.
Because I got in trouble for expressing this viewpoint on Facebook.
It's not that outlandish. Like, and you think about it. So, like to Austin's point, we know nothing about these cops in L.A., right? We know nothing about the cops in Tulsa.
LA has a history of being crooked.
We have no idea what the story
But-
was.
But you think about like what them cops are possibly doing day to day, and see now this is where we play the other side of this, because this is where people with that blue lives matter, all these people that defend cops to the death of them will get upset. Like you said, Austin, you got in trouble for this. But what were they doing to that community?
Exactly.
Were they known? See, have you talked to anybody in the communities where those cops patrolled?
Mm-hmm.
Have you talked to anyone? Were they known? Were they notorious? Were they constantly harassing people for bullshit? You know what I'm saying? Were they constantly threatening people with, you know what I'm saying, being locked up in jail time? Were they constantly in someone's faces or in some shit that they had no business doing? Not necessarily, and you don't necessarily got to be a dirty cop. You ain't got to be selling drugs and doing, but were you an unsavory character in that community?
Yeah.
Were
Did
you
bully
literally
people?
developing tensions? Like you were at the head of tensions in certain communities based on your actions.
Exactly.
Like we know nothing about the cops. Let's hear that side. Let's get the backstory on that. Who were these individuals in that community?
Yeah.
Talk to the people that they patrol. Yeah, I know him. He was an asshole. He fucking was constantly booting my car with some bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I always got tickets from him just for fucking spitting out my gum.
Right.
Gave me a $300 ticket for spitting out gum. Like little dumb shit. Like who was he or who were they to that community?
But people don't want to hear that. See,
Nah, they don't.
That's the side of the coin right there.
No, they don't.
Nobody wants to have that conversation.
Yeah, exactly. That's where it gets weird and strange.
It's
and all that.
touchy.
And
You get in
yeah,
trouble
exactly.
for saying shit like that.
But the thing is that for us, how many fake criminal records have you seen of all these people? And I'll be like
we
this
don't
right
stand
here.
a chance.
Yeah, and I'll say this right here. Some of the criminal records I've seen, they're legit. They're real. Nobody's saying that these are good guys. We're
Right.
saying that they should have their day in court, and it should have been tried as far as the Constitution says, not killed down,
But
murdered
it's only
street
been a
like an animal.
couple. There's only been a couple who you say weren't good guys or weren't trying to be. Like
Exactly.
Jacob Blake, his stuff, it was recent. Yeah, he needed to have his day in court. He needed to see justice.
Right.
The kid in D.C., he was foolish and he was living a bad life at the time.
Right.
Rest well to him regardless. But he wasn't living a life that ended well for anybody who's ever lived it.
Right.
But then we got to start looking at these other people.
Mm-hmm.
George Floyd. Sure, he had a past, but he wasn't currently doing anything wrong.
Yeah, he didn't rob the
Not
liquor
that they
store.
knew.
Yeah.
He wasn't robbing the place. His $20 bill was actually legitimate.
Which they
It
called-
wasn't fake.
Which come to find out later.
So what did George Floyd do? Tamir Rice was 12. He didn't even have a chance to get mad yet. He was just busy.
Just playing
He
with
was
the
just
toy.
playing on the playground.
Literally a kid doing kid shit.
Cops and robbers, we all played it. Cops and robbers, Indian and Pilgrims, wherever the hell you from,
Star
you played one of the
Wars, all that
games.
shit.
You played one of them.
Austin, when he seen the cops pull up, he should have known better. He should have dropped the weapon. He should have dropped, even if it was a gun.
Right, because leave it to an 11-year-old nigger to be a threat to cops. I'd be down. Forgive me. I'm sorry I was born here.
I exist.
I'm sorry
being
that
a
I
kid.
exist.
That's one thing Dr. King said.
Jesus
He said,
Christ.
one thing I have to apologize for based on how this country is I had to apologize for the color of my skin.
I refuse.
Well, he didn't say that being serious, but
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but I'm saying I refuse.
yeah. No, hell no.
I've always been a Malcolm X fan anyway. Hate me if you want.
That documentary on Netflix, by the way,
I'm a
is
fan.
awesome.
I'm a fan of both of them, especially especially later in life when they both like really sat down and started talking to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 'Cause
There was a level of respect there.
Yeah, they started to see each other's point. It's almost like a Black Panther Killmonger too, as well, in a way.
They're literally, I think that's literally what they were based off of. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Professor X and
Magneto.
Magneto.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's literally like all
You
these
know
things
what?
have been
Well,
based off
exactly. I'm like,
all of these things have been based off of all of the superheroes are either based off of Bible, the stories in the Bible with Jesus, or they're based off of these people that we've seen, the civil rights leader and such like that. Like even if they weren't originally based off that, they've been, a lot of them have been repurposed like that.
The whole X-Men cartoon was based off of the civil rights movement.
Exactly.
There you go.
The entire cartoon was based off of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. So I don't, this story, this narrative, man, that these people have, like, the bad that these people did justifies, or in some people's eyes justifies, it's bullshit. Because even when niggas in their eyes, or niggers in their eyes,
There you
do
go.
the right
Say it.
thing,
Say it loud.
Philando Castile, even when you go about
Sir,
it
I
the
have a
right
gun.
way, I'm a licensed carrier. I have a concealed carry permit. It is on me right now. My gun is on me. Where's your gun? It's on my right hip. Okay, well, don't reach for your gun. I'm not reaching for it. You ask for my license. I'm reaching for my license. He gets killed. Now, in that scenario, what more do you need to be proven? What more could he have done as far as going about it the right way?
That, though, is that I'm really, really glad the NRA stepped up and took Flando's side on that one.
Surprisingly, but yes. Surprisingly. I'm glad they did.
I was actually being super sarcastic. I really
No.
I ain't lying to you. I mean super sarcastic.
No, I'm surprised that they did step up, but I am glad that they did because they would have just exposed their hypocrisy.
I mean, you didn't have no choice at that point based off your
exactly
what you're telling me right now because I'm not entirely sure, but
yeah,
I'll do some research from that as far as that aspect of it. But yeah, exactly. You do the right things and you still. I mean, what did that one guy once said? Even if you in the Benz, you still a nigga in the coupe.
Yep.
Say his name.
His name is Kanye West.
I refuse to let y'all not say this man's name. I refuse it. He's a pioneer. We wouldn't be where we are without Kanye West.
Hey, you was inspired by Kanye. Play some of that inspired by Kanye music.
I don't have any music inspired by Kanye. All my music is inspired by T-Pain and Drake.
T-Pizzy. No, that's not.
Here go the song that got me banned from sending music to Keisha. She heard this song. She liked it so much. She said I could never send her music again. Featuring King Gino.
Oh,
Hopeless Romantic.
Delay off too. I don't want the delay.
Now leave that delay on.
Nah, I'm in the studio. You already know. Wayside by the wayside. Shut up.
Yeah. She said it hurt watching you go off the deep end. If you wanna know why we ain't really speaking, it's cause you wanna live life like it's a weekend. But it's more than that to life, I know you know there is. But girl, I wasn't smiling till I started this. I don't know if I'm suited for a wife and kid. Okay, I know I am, but who gon' keep they promises? Cause if I drop this off for you, then I need guarantees. And I don't think that you can make them. I'm not trying to call you fake, but I know real ones that be faker. I know we all have our moments. A broken heart, I cannot take one. And I ain't never been a fake one. Yeah. And I'm just trying to get to you. You know all the things that I would do for love. And you know I'm telling you the truth. Almost nothing that I wouldn't do for She said she hate that I'm good at this, but she not condoning my foolishness. She won't play the side to the music biz. I make her laugh so she stick around. I know that's not enough truthfully. She just don't know what to do with me. When she get her right mind, she'll be through with me. Yeah. I'm imperfect and I own it. I'm tired of being broken, always living in the moment. Lately I've been feeling hopeful, but I write better when I'm lonely. You could be my one and only, yeah. But for that I need guarantees. And I don't think that you can make them. Nah, I'm not trying to call you fake, but I know real ones that be faker. I know we all have our moments. A broken heart, I cannot take one. And I ain't never had a fake one, yeah. And I'm just trying to get to you. You know all the things that I would do for love. And you know I'm telling you the truth. Almost nothing that I wouldn't do for my day. I ain't moving like a wing eye. I be moving with the beat. You said never meet another like you. This is a forever thing, do you know what it do? You want me to give up everything to please you, but I ain't never been that type of dude. I never been that type of dude. I can't balance all this pain. I've been holding my composure for days, and I know that you love me, but you don't show no ways. You feeling, you feeling, but I ain't never changed her. She said, I don't think that you can take me, but I ain't tryna call you fake, but I know real ones that be faking. I know we all have our moments, but broken heart I cannot take. And I ain't never had a fake one, fake one, fake one, Always had me at a crossroads, but it won't be like this. I gotta do me. My side.
You need
You
to
go
warm
diss
up.
somebody, you don't warm up. You kill them on the first go.
Hey.
True. Get him out
Don't
of there.
give them a chance to come back.
Get him out of there.
Lead him out.
I actually want to play one more song before we do this, though. It's a short one.
That's fine. That's fine.
It's a short one.
Shit,
Hey,
our
we
show.
rolling with it, baby.
3-4-2000. Shout out to the PS5 coming out.
Hey.
This song, 3-4-2000, was when the original PlayStation first came out. And that's how I named this song.
Okay.
Last time I seen you, I had a PS2. They said I ain't really being me, that's true. Tell him be happy, cause to me that's cool. Cause right now, I don't know what me might do. He might have a semi on him, he might shoot. He might have a silence in the stenos too. Told myself that I was gonna off myself. I ain't really had the time to see that through. I don't really know where a nigga might be if I ain't had my phone checking in on me. Cause I ain't really had to where to live, homie. And I can feel it double closing in on me. I feel his breath, he close. Dancing with the devil like the do-si-do. I don't wanna take another dose no more. Cause nowhere that I go, I never feel like home. I'm lost in the sauce. I can't breathe, dog, I'm drowning. I can't catch my breath. Feel like I done climbed a mountain. I don't do well in isolation. Want love, but I'm scared to make changes. I'm in love with a girl, she amazing. Had a dream, I was with her yesterday, and she said, wake up, it's better in the morning. I know when it rains, it be pouring. But you can't just keep living in these memories. I got so much to celebrate. Instead, my thoughts is killing me. She said, wake up, it's better in the morning. I know when it rains, it be pouring. But you can't just keep living in these memories. I got so much to celebrate. Instead, my thoughts is killing me. She said, wake up, it's better in the morning. I know when it rains, it be pouring. But you can't just keep living in these memories. I got so much to celebrate. Instead, my thoughts is killing me.
Tell me I'm right.
Long
Live
time
on the air.
Long time listener, first time caller. This motherfucker spit.
Man.
God.
Also, you're not muted anymore.
Yeah. Sorry, we're talking ideas for the future. Don't mind us. We're just discussing a few things. Hey,
Damn.
I like. It's one thing about that track that you just played too. I've heard it several times, but it's so relaxing. It's like you said, the music is a vibe. So I just sit back and it's a lot of times I'll catch the words the first time. I just enjoy the melody, the harmony, the words. I'm actually listening to the lyrics intently, but the beat too as well. So it just mixes really really well. What is just like real quick? What is your process when it comes to this?
Music?
Yeah, just real quick.
I play the beat. If I don't come up with a melody or a concept in the first 15 seconds, I go to the next beat. If I can't write the song in 30 minutes or less, it's not meant to be.
Hey,
All my songs have been the writtens. All the songs that I wrote have been written in less than half an hour. If they even took 15 minutes.
Shit, Neil said if you can't write a song in less than 15 minutes, you shouldn't be writing.
So yeah, the freestyle Jones, like I said, I mumble and put words on at the same time, and then I just go back and piece it in.
Too easy. Let's keep on this cop thing real quick. Yes, on the news that LeBron was challenged by the L.A. County Sheriff, asked him to match a reward of $175K to help find a shooter.
Oh man, my bad. I had to stretch.
No, you good. L.A. County Sheriff Alex Villanueva publicly released or requested Los Angeles Lakers star LeBron James match the $175K reward being offered to anyone with information on the shooting. They left the hospitalization of the two officers, sheriff's deputies. The story we touched on the last segment before break.
They don't care too much about them officers, huh? They only offer $175,000 at a $1.7 billion budget.
The county had initially pledged $100K and two private donations, $50K and $25K respectively, raised the reward amount to $175. If James matched reward, okay, here's math. It'd be $350K. Who wrote this article? My writing skills are just with Terry. This is USA Today. Oh my God! All right. So this is the man's words. I want to make a challenge. This challenge is to LeBron James. Villanueva told LA radio station 790 KABC. I want you to match that and double that reward because I know you care about law enforcement. You expressed a very interesting statement on race relations and officer-involved shootings and the impact it has on the African community, and I appreciate that. But likewise, we need to appreciate that respect for life goes across professions, races, and creeds. I like to see LeBron James step up to the plate and double that. Let's just stop right there. You know what? I'm gonna save mine for last. Dev, what do you think of this? The LA sheriff's offer, and what do you think LeBron James should do?
I think it's an asshole move on the sheriff's part. I don't believe it's a genuine call to action by LeBron. I believe it's more so of a challenge. It's like put your money where your mouth is. Oh, you say you about cops. You say you about. So why don't you put up this money that we didn't put together to find this shooter? And put your money where your mouth is if you say that you're in support of cops' lives and stuff like that. I think it's just it's a really tacky move on a sheriff at that. Like, you're an appointed official. You're the sheriff. Why are you worried about LeBron putting up money to find a shooter when you need to be worried about finding the fucking shooter? Like, what does it matter if LeBron puts up another $175K? You still got $175K out there in the street for answers, for tips. In most urban areas or in any setting, 175 is going to be enough to kind of get people to start talking. Am I right? Like, you don't need 350 to sway people. Like, when you talk about impoverished areas. So, what is really your intent behind calling out LeBron? You know,
I can tell you what it is. It's L.A., right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what's a lot of people try to do in L.A.? Get the name out there, famous,
true,
attention.
15 minutes.
That's it. That's all this is right here.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's all this is. That man doesn't give a damn about what the hell happened as far as his cops. He just wants to, platform-wise, put himself up there.
Yep.
LeBron, this is what it is. Respond to me. You want to say something or not? That way, next election he runs on, he has something for his constituents, his base, and all that. This doesn't come from a good spot at all.
Exactly.
It doesn't come from a good spot.
Exactly.
And that's the problem. Like, you're taking two of your guys that died, and you're making this into...
Well, they're in critical condition.
They're in critical condition. Okay, there we go. I'm sorry. Thanks for that. And you're making this to more of a political arena for your own self-serving purposes. Like, that's very extremely disgusting.
It is. It's sad. Like, like you said, to use... We talked about this before.
I'm gonna play this video. Go ahead.
We talked about this before when the 5-year-old the young white kid was shot in the head by the black Cannon.
Yeah.
And we talked about this then, how people were politicizing this as, justice for this, and why isn't this being, and you're like, you're really trying to politicize the death of this 5-year-old kid? Like, this is what you're really doing right now, as opposed to just focusing on the fact that the shooter was actually arrested, is in police custody, and things are actually being done about this. You're trying to politicize this to make a point. And then here we have this instance.
And before I also plays this video too as well, for this other crowd out here that's always say, hey, I don't want politics in my game at all. Just play the game, this, and the third.
Shut up and dribble.
Yeah, exactly. What this LA sheriff did, as you said, an elected official, is putting politics into the game. And I'm sure there's a lot of people on the other side of the coin has no problem with that. You kneel down, Colin Kaepernick style, that's the issue. Let's say some NFL player puts on a certain hat. That's all applauded and supported. I've seen it online. I've seen the response that some things get versus other things. Let's not act like it doesn't exist.
Exactly.
So people like politics in sports when it fits their theme and their narrative.
Exactly. It's convenient.
So shout out to the Young Turks. This video comes from their page. And I loved it and shared it this morning because the LA sheriff told LeBron to trust the system. LeBron James, if y'all didn't know, had a very close friend in LA who died this year, just in case you've been under a rock. And that same sheriff system that's telling LeBron to trust him, that shout out to Vanessa Bryant as well. Love and peace to her and the family. That same department couldn't even be trusted not to leak photos of Kobe's crash site. The deputies did it.
Yep.
And in this video, the Young Turks go into the history that this sheriff that's telling LeBron to trust the system, he touches on that. So I'm going to play this video.
People get tired of hearing me say it, but we are scared as black people in America. Black men, black women, black kids, we are terrified.
This is NBA star LeBron James.
Sports figures, why don't you start giving some money to find this murderer, would-be murderer.
And this is Nazi sympathizer Laura Ingram.
Cough up some money for the reward. That would be nice.
But Laura, you had a different tune with LeBron.
I hate her.
So keep the political commentary to yourself.
You're not muted.
Or as someone once said, shut up and dribble.
She has
I thought
a
LeBron was
punchable
supposed to
face.
stay in his lane, Laura.
LeBron James once said something about
winning all that. I just don't like looking at her.
So we ain't heard the joke.
I got you.
Right. I'm not an advocate.
I will never agree with anybody disrespecting the flag of the United States of America.
He's allowed to have his view about what kneeling and the flag means to him. I mean, he's a person.
And yet, Braun is the scapegoat for everyone's problem on the right wing, including
the county sheriff is now challenging, as just reported, NBA star LeBron James to match that reward.
The LA County Sheriff's Office.
Joining us now with more is LA County Sheriff himself, Alex Villanueva.
Exactly.
So here we go now. We're about to get into the chef. Yeah. We're about to get in. I said chef. Yeah, because he be cooking up some bullshit.
Hey.
We about to get into this LA County Sheriff's comments now.
That's right. The sheriff of Los Angeles is calling on LeBron to double the reward to find a rogue gunman. Via Slate magazine, the Los Angeles Police Department's budget is over $1.73 billion.
That's B.
B with a B.
Yeah.
Billion.
Particularly our elected officials and civic leaders, sports figures, they need to start emphasizing trust in the system.
Trust in the system? The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department cost county taxpayers $81.5 million in litigation expenses during the last fiscal year.
In case y'all missed that, the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department cost county taxpayers $81.5 million in litigation expenses during the last fiscal year. If you don't know what litigation expenses are, look it up.
Legal.
Trust.
Trust them. Trust me,
Esther Bryant, the widow of Kobe Bryant, is suing the LA County Sheriff's Office. Why, you may ask? Because deputies had taken and shared unauthorized photos of the scene of the January 26th helicopter crash that killed her husband, Kobe Bryant, and their 13-year-old daughter, Gianna, and 7 others. So if Villanueva's team can't be trusted with the literal king of Los Angeles, how are we supposed to trust them with Joe on 3rd Street in LA? The LA County's chief law enforcement watchdog seek to subpoena Villanueva for an alleged cover-up because his deputies shared graphic photos from the crash site. The deputy was working the day the helicopter went down and took pictures of the crash site and the bodies. The efforts to avoid public disclosure of the deputies' actions began in earnest with an order from Sheriff Villanueva to have them quietly delete the photos, a move that some inside the department as well as legal experts said could amount to destruction of evidence.
So the same sheriff who says trust the system went and tried to destroy evidence and have his people destroy evidence of the one man who will never be not associated with Los Angeles.
Immortalized.
The one man that you could have, when he was alive, worked with. Like, if Nipsey couldn't bring the police and the community together, Kobe could have.
That's 2 LA Kings right there.
Man,
gone.
what?
And this man
Remember,
right here.
Villanueva is a guy who, per the LA Times, attempted to pull back on deputy discipline reforms after a jail abuse scandal brought down a former sheriff, questionable hiring decisions, not complying with the inspector general, and other watchdogs. He rehired deputies, fired for excessive force, and alleged domestic violence, downplayed violent racist deputy gangs in his office as hazing gone amok, called the court-ordered reforms put in place to curb jail violence and abuse a social experiment, and he has failed to realize the promise of reforming immigration policies regarding cooperation with ICE. Not that it needs to be stated for anyone who share our beliefs and ideologies, but just so it's very clear, the rogue gunman should be put in jail for a very long time. This is the double standard that takes place, where the morals of us on the left specifically, and progressives and even liberals and Democrats.
And forget the sides, because none of us here are saying anything about choosing sides, about who's morally right on the left or the right. None of us is talking about that. No. That's not what we're talking about. So I don't even need to continue to play that part of the video. But tell me that man ain't speak. Tell me that man ain't shed some light on who y'all really are trying to show off here. Like who's really trying to tell you to trust the system. The very man who's taking advantage of that same system. Why the hell am I going to trust you?
I mean, he literally called racist gangs in the department hazing gone amok.
Hazing gone amok.
Racist gangs.
Rehired excessive force deputies and deputies with domestic violence in their past. Rehired them.
I mean, let's be honest. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah, he sucks.
Yeah,
How dare you?
And he works for LA.
How dare you try to get LeBron to come down to your sewer?
To give
15
you
minutes,
all this
bro.
money. And that's basically with all this money, his reward money. How does he even distribute it out? Just out of curiosity. Does it all go to the person that actually found the person? Or does it get like, those ones in the lottery, like you get some of this, the rest is taxed to here? Or
No, it'll be taxed.
I
But
don't know,
yeah,
bro, but I
that
tell you this
individual receives whatever that amount is. That individual, whoever like leads to the actual arrest,
Right.
Cause you get tips all day. Like when that came out, I guarantee you they probably got 100,000 tips.
Oh, for sure.
But the tip that leads to the actual arrest or the location of the suspect, that individual gets the reward.
the
money.
whole
look,
reward or a
you
part
give-
portion?
Whatever portion is left after taxes.
So
You
LeBron's
give-
giving money to cover other expenses for the LA Police Department at that point.
Sound eerily to sound like Breonna Taylor. Listen, give half to my family. I'll cop to being the shooter. Y'all keep the other half.
It's some Empire Terrence Howard shit right
I'm just trying to blow up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you better blow up for real.
For real.
I mean, I might not make it back, but you know.
And the only gonna blow up, you play another track.
Hey, true. The people got to hear the music in order for you to blow up, man.
I got way too.
Where it's at.
I got way too much music. I don't even know what to play. Jesus, don't put me on the spot like that.
Hey, you got so many songs, so many timestamps, all that. You ain't got one.
I haven't even played the timestamp songs yet, bro. I only played one, and that was when we first came in. I ain't even touched the timestamp songs.
This man got a whole Fort Knox of music inside here.
I got 3 albums. Hey, here's The Nice Guy off of Road to Recovery. It's the first album y'all gonna hear as soon as Ricky stop handcuffing me.
Damn.
It's cuffing season.
It's cuff.
Alexa, play A50.
They say nice guys finish last. I can't let go of my past. That'll probably start a problem, yeah. They say nice guys finish last. I choose not to start the race. If I let go of my past, I could probably find a way. I spend nights up all alone. I don't wanna be that way, but I'm used to being let down, and I'm honestly afraid. Don't hurt me, don't hurt me, baby, don't hurt me. No, baby, don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me, please don't hurt me. No, baby, don't. I'm a hopeless romantic. You take love for granted. I be too dramatic. I know you can't stand it. I be too dramatic. I be too dramatic. I be too dramatic. I'm not worthy. Yeah. I lost myself in the moment. Now use pain as a deterrent. Now I'm worried. I'm worried. Cause you listen to my music, so you know what I've been doing. You gon' judge me, ain't you, babe? Girl, I gotta show you gon' make me late. Girl, I gotta go and I can't betray. You know what I'm saying? Cause I don't. They say nice guys finish last. I choose not to start the race. If I let go of my past, I could probably find a way. I spend nights up all alone. I don't wanna be that way, but I'm used to being let down, and I'm honestly afraid. They say nice guys finish last. I choose not to start the race. If I let go of my past, I could probably find a way. I spend nights up all alone. I don't wanna be that way, but I'm used to being let down, and I'm honestly afraid. Don't hurt me, baby, don't hurt me, baby, don't hurt me. No, baby, don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me, please don't hurt me. No, baby, don't. I'm a hopeless romantic. You take love for granted. I be too dramatic. I know you can't stand it. I be too dramatic. I be too dramatic. I know. I be too dramatic. They say nice guys finish last though. Finish last. I can't let go of my past. That'll probably start a problem. You way better than the last though. Don't go running from your demons. You just won't be you without them. They say nice guys finish last. I choose not to start the race. If I let go of my past, I could probably find a way. I spend nights up all alone. I don't wanna be that way, but I'm used to being let down, and I'm honestly afraid. Don't hurt me, baby. Wasted time on love, but it's worth it, baby. Other girls ain't take the time to learn me, baby. They say nice guys finish last, though. Don't hurt me. I can't let go of my past. That'll probably start a problem. You ain't better than the last, though. Don't hurt me. Don't go running from your demons. You just won't be without me.
Welcome back to BNY episode 4.4. Ricky, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man sitting on the gold couch is I like to call him a friend.
Damn.
At this point.
You don't act like
him a friend. But sometimes with your friends, you got to tell them exactly what it is.
Lies this nigga tell.
You got to let your friends know that sometimes they're lacking in certain areas and they're strong in others. When it comes to the DMV, my friend has struggles.
Oh, my God. This really.
And specifically, the struggles with the people of the DMV, the areas of the DMV. They have struggles with him.
He racist.
They're racist.
They're racist.
The demographic of the DMV may look just like this man, But do they love this man?
According to somebody in our group, they're racist.
They definitely.
Psych, no, let me.
I like the ad-lib commentary to it, adds to it. Ladies and gentlemen, Dan versus DMV.
I'm going to start off by saying the DMV definitely loves me. And I love them back. PGJ's going to always be here for the DMV, baby. Nah, so a lot of y'all, like our listeners and watchers and that sort of people in, obviously, on the show. Yeah, I remember a few weeks back about my, I guess some would consider it a lackluster story about my adventures in Marla Heights Giant.
It's pretty dry. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
right. Apparently, my life is a movie for everyone's entertainment. So I guess that was just one of my flops.
You asked for this.
I didn't even ask for Dev versus DMV. I don't even know how I got roped into this whole segment. It was literally just thrust upon me one day. Like, yo, Dad, what happened to you?
Leave it to Ricky.
Hey, it's good TV, baby. Go on.
Yo, but so look, following up to that story, man, the lackluster story, I actually I went back to that giant, Marla Heights Giant, man. And I actually seen the guy that well, of course, hey, Mr. Who's here.
DC, it was an L. Already. Let me get you off your game. Come on, man.
Look,
no, he talked about 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
yeah, he's talking about the past.
Or 2 weeks
No,
ago.
nigga. Already trying to hand out L's.
Rick always trying to hand out an L.
Right.
Convince me.
Look, so following up to that story, man, I actually went back to that giant. It's been kind of quiet on my side, but I went back there and actually seen the guy. And it's funny. So I went down because I was buying like some more chips and salsa and shit, and they actually did correct the mistake that I brought to their attention.
Mm-hmm.
So
all right, Karen.
So no, it wasn't to check that or whatever. I just kind of knew what I was buying, how much I was paying. But I seen the guy, the manager or whatever, and I actually went up to him, just on some humble shit. And I know he probably didn't remember me, but I actually apologized to him. Hey, look, man, I came to you a couple weeks ago. I had like a real attitude. I was kind of coming at you kind of foul. Looking back, it kind of seemed like it was a little unnecessary. And true to swear, he didn't really remember me. He kind of like vaguely, or he could have just been telling me that, you know what I'm saying, to kind of placate me talking to him at that moment. But, you know, he said he kind of remembered me coming at him, and he said he didn't really make no big deal out of it. But, you know what I'm saying, I apologize. Like, look, bro, it was just a lot going on, man, and I was just kind of pointing out certain things, and, you know, I felt like he should have taken it a certain way, but, you know, I realized, like, that was the wrong mindset to have. And, you know, he was grateful regardless of whether he not reminded me or not, remember me or not. And, I, you know, to kind of break the ice and kind of make things a little bit lighter, I was like, look, bro, I was like, and to be honest, any nigga that's still rocking a Hawaiian shirt in 2020 is operating off.
They ain't gonna cook this man.
No. It was all love. I was like, look, bro.
I was like, love right there.
You're operating on supreme confidence, and I completely understood that. And I'm talking about like what I was saying in the show as far as like me being able to like drag them and all this type of stuff. Like that shit was uncalled for. It was unnecessary. And I was like, look, bro, I'm like, yo, you're doing the damn thing. And I understand it and I appreciate it. You know, my apologies to you for coming at you the way that I did, man. It was completely unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? A little bit. I overreacted in that scenario as far as like snapping out about the whole price tag. I was a Karen. I was the black Karen. I don't know what a Marquise at that point. Is it? A cow, the black cow.
We'll find a name for you.
Yeah, I pulled one of those. I'll admit it.
There it is.
Yeah, I pulled a Dev. I raised my hand. I was that guy at that moment, man. But I talked it out to him. Me and him had like a couple of jokes. You know what I'm saying? We cracked jokes, like I said. We was just kind of. It was like water under the bridge at that point. You know, he was appreciative regardless because, you know, as I come to find out and talking to him, he deals with like a lot. Just with it being like the hood or whatever, that area. You'd be surprised, or he was telling me I'd be surprised how much shit that people give like that store in general. A lot of the employees, a lot of altercations.
I don't think any of us would be surprised.
Huh?
Nah.
I don't think any of us would be surprised.
I guess that's just what I guess he figured I would be surprised, not knowing that I know exactly the people that you're dealing with.
Look racist.
But so you like, man, you'd be surprised how many people come in here.
White guy, just out of curiosity.
Black dude.
Okay, Hawaiian shirt. I'm just
definitely black dude.
Picture, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Just paint the picture.
Small frame black guy, a Hawaiian shirt, kind of baggy, big build. You know.
Right, let's not date the man. Let's just keep talking about it, please.
I mean, you wanted to know these things, man. You asked me for details.
Ricky is a curious one.
Yeah, he is. Thank you.
Ethnic group, that's it.
So so we talked about it. He was actually putting me up on game, man. Talk about like the amount of stuff that they go through, like the employees and the managers with different customers there. He was saying, it was actually big of me. He really appreciated someone coming to him.
Especially during COVID.
Yeah, exactly. Like that whole pandemic aspect has just ratcheted things up like tenfold. So they just been dealing with a lot, man. And a lot of attitudes, a lot of pride has been thrown around. And so he was actually extremely appreciative. Even if he necessarily couldn't remember me to the T, he still just appreciated the fact that, someone came to him and was actually able to have a conversation with him and actually apologize, for a perceived wrongdoing, whether it really was a big deal to him or not. So we was actually able to talk about that shit and kind of just laughed about it later, at that moment. And like I said, it was just water under the bridge. And that was it, Like we shook hands or whatever, which is rare nowadays because people don't shake hands. But we shook hands. I went on my way, bought my items. He had a meeting with his coworkers and other manager heads, and then that was it. But I just want to say, like, don't ever be afraid to kind of break things full circle and to kind of right certain wrongs. Because we're living in a time, man.
It's a powerful message for real.
Yeah, like we're living in a time, man, where a lot of shit. There's a lot of things that could go wrong, should go wrong, does go wrong. And we can't literally be holding on to these petty squabbles and arguments and shit like that, man. He ain't got time for that. So,
hell no.
Man, sometimes you just got to rise above and be better. Yo.
Story.
Yo, every word that Ricky says, Austin is cracking up in the background.
I know it. Come on, man. Go and finish the thing up.
No. That's it, man. Like I said, my moral is just like don't get caught up in the BS, man. For the bigger picture, like we're all out here. We're all trying to make it and exist in this time together. Mm-hmm. And there's no, honestly, there's no I in team. You know what I'm saying? There's no.
All right, coach.
You know what I'm saying? Like everyone is existing. Everyone is existing during this time, bro. And all the petty shit, all the bullshit got to go, bro. So, you can bury certain hatches, do it, man. Get that shit over with, move on past it, be better as a result of the experience. And me and old boy was definitely better off. I've been there one time since the apology, and he definitely threw me that little. You know what I'm saying? Heads up with a little salute or whatever when we see each other.
His favorite customer.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, what that'll translate to later on, we'll see.
I'll tell you what it translates to. A motherfucking L. Jesus Christ, dude. I'm telling you right now. Look, hold a second. A couple things. I got a couple problems here. One, you went back to Marlow Heights. The guy didn't even recognize you, the manager.
That's not even the worst part.
That's not even the worst part. You went back to Marlow Heights. The manager didn't even recognize who the fuck you were. He had no idea who you were. You had a whole conversation about something he didn't even remember, which probably you instigated the entire thing.
Of course.
So you in the hood, right?
It is definitely the hood.
And your shirt says, ain't no hood like fatherhood. Your ass should have been home.
So I couldn't go buy groceries for my family?
You want to represent the shirt, man. I'm just asking.
So I
buy groceries elsewhere. Bring your family with you.
So I couldn't go buy groceries?
Why every dad versus DV is always you by yourself?
Why would I think my family willingly expose them during this time if I could leave them home and expose just myself?
So you don't bring your family time outside?
Wait, family outside of a group of individuals?
So you keep family locked in the house.
Each
House
other.
arrest, right?
Where's your family stay, Ricky? I'm curious.
I took him out.
In the house? Do you take your family everywhere that you go? Every time you leave out the house, do you take your family with you?
Just about.
Every single time.
Yeah, we
You're a liar.
All right, prove it. Prove it. Show me the video.
Literally, you're lying right now.
Look, you're always trying to fight for your W. It's like Rick versus DMV.
I don't need the W at this point. My soul is clean.
You heard it. Yeah,
I apologize. Hey, I got my resolution to the situation. Whether old boy remember me or not, I don't need it from him. My resolution comes from within because I had to do it for my own peace.
DC says, translate to nap time.
Hey, look, it is what it is. I did it for myself, bro. That's what my resolution came in because I know the attitude and how I went off on old boy.
Cut it out.
It was completely unnecessary.
Just stop.
You know what I'm saying?
Stop.
What's that?
Just stop.
You talking about me?
Yes.
Oh, I ain't worried about you either, nigga.
No, listen.
So, yeah. But again,
same reason I gave you a dub last week, I'm giving you an L this week. You just erased it all. You just killed the whole thing.
It happens, bro. We can't win them all.
What else happened?
I gave you a dub last week.
Y'all the niggas concerned with wins and L's. I'm concerned with just living. Like this is all I do.
Yeah, I want L's and wins.
This is what I did. Giant last week, right? There was an issue. He corrected the issue. Hey, he tried to help the manager correct his issue.
Exactly.
Goes back to the Giant. The manager has corrected the issue. Fuck you need to talk to him for?
Again.
You did nothing wrong.
And that's a part you want to get to.
You were
Right,
right the last time.
I was right in correcting what was wrong.
No, you were right, period. You wasn't a nigga about it. That's the whole reason I gave you a dub
Yeah, because
last
I walked
week.
away and I didn't snap off for no boy, or cuss him out. Of course.
That's the whole reason you got a dub last week for me.
No, true. That's why. But at the
Because
same
you wasn't
time,
ignorant.
yeah, I wasn't ignorant.
And then this week,
but again,
you go back.
At the same time,
Talk
bro,
to a nigga
it's
who
not
ain't
for
think
anybody
twice about you.
It's not for anybody else, bro. Understand this. My life isn't meant for y'all's entertainment.
Hold on a second. Look at that comment right there.
It is.
We're here for entertainment. Where's the juicy stuff?
I don't give a damn what you here for. I know what I'm going to express. Now, what you here for doesn't dictate what I'm going to share with y'all. I ain't got to share shit about my everyday.
Also, please play a track.
Yeah.
Hey, play this man out.
Yeah,
Play this man out.
definitely. Let's
Do
correct
I have
that.
a song about an L?
Let's correct that.
Jesus Christ.
You had one shot. That would be a perfect track right now.
Let's correct. Let's make that. Let's
Hey, play that
establish
shit
that
again. Why not?
right now. Let's make
not
that
play that shit
correction.
again?
I don't do shit for y'all.
Yeah, you had one shot.
I'm not going to play that, John.
I don't do shit for y'all.
I want to play this song.
I don't live life for y'all. I express what I express because,
I'm about to
hey,
mute this nigga, y'all.
this is what I'm going through.
UDF ain't messing up the game, yeah, yeah. Make it say my name, yeah, yeah. Girl, if this was yesterday I would've had you. It's okay, cause now I'm looking past you. You get so loud, it's okay, do what you have to. I got hopes now, won't put up with you, don't have to. I've been locked down, yeah, drinking Michael, yeah. I got peach crown, bottle, girl, what's up, yeah. Pretty many petty, and these ladies got me stuck, yeah. Never get enough, yeah, all I get is bucks, yeah. Prevail on a BD, eat it up, I get my Wheaties, go to dinner in the city, leave your feelings at the door. All she wanna know is if I'm down to suck some toes. I'm like anybody more, and she be like, okay, I be like, okay. Girl, you too fine, you can't come to my place. She got hood friends, they can't know where I stay. Can't be too safe, keep a tool in my safe. Yesterday you would've been my baby girl. I'm tryna keep myself from going crazy. Ain't you mad cause all these women wanna date me? Don't you hate me? Yesterday I would've had you. It's okay, I'm moving past you.
That's what happens. I come back and tell y'all. But I'm not going out trying to instigate situations or instances so something can be shared on here. Nigga, if it was a boring ass day or boring week for me, y'all gonna get a boring ass story.
She got old ways, I got old ways I can act too. She like, okay. She like, okay, I got niggas, I'm straight. I got hoes, girl, I'm straight. If it's over, I'm straight. If it's over, I'm straight. I got niggas, I'm straight. I got hoes, girl, I'm straight. Thought I told you I'm straight. Thought I told you I'm straight. Yesterday I would've had you. It's okay, I'm moving past you. I be on my way, and I have to. I be on my way, I'm on a cash roll. This was yesterday I would've had you. It's okay today, I'm moving past you.
So,
me?
my life is entertaining as hell.
Hey, man, what's going on with you? This man Dad been defending his off air, defending his dad versus DMV.
Hey,
and how his life has lacked of interest.
It's no defense necessary. It's just we living life out here, and this is just my life one day at a time. I choose to share with y'all. That's just what it is.
Well, you choose to share a lot of L's with us.
Hey, look, I'll take them. I'll take the L's. I'll take the dubs. I'll take whatever y'all throw my way. I'm here. And I'm going to share regardless.
What are you cooking, man? I'm trying to get some 7-layer dip. Like,
that shit do be bomb. I'm going to bring that shit one day.
one day, I need it 2 days.
I'm going to bring it one day.
Yeah, one shot, baby. Fucking blew it. Hey, you got that sound like Future, man. Hey, man, that's all you right there. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I know I set up dead before when it comes to this day in Black history, but this time I'm not going to do that. We've read it beforehand. We've did this in pre-production. He's good to go. Dev, if you could please, this day in Black history.
All right, well, let me get it together.
No, you're fine.
So this day, September 18th, excuse me, Booker T. Washington gives his famous Atlanta Exposition speech. Only 30 years after the end of slavery, African-American leader, orator, and educator Booker T. Washington delivered what is considered by many to be one of America's greatest speeches. He addressed race relations in what has become known as his Atlanta Compromise speech at the Cotton States and International Exposition in Atlanta. First of all, I never even what's the reference to Cotton States? Is that just referring to like states that mass produce cotton, like down south? Is that what? Oh, I've never heard that reference.
Eli
before.
Whitney, Cotton Gin, all that bullshit.
Yeah. Oh, I never knew that they referenced certain states as the Cotton States. So, the significance of an African American being asked to deliver a speech at a major convention in the heart of the South to a white audience was historic. Although he called on African Americans and whites to work together to build the South, many consider parts of Washington's speech an appeasement to fears whites had of African Americans wanting to progress towards the upper economic and social rim of society. He received a standing ovation at the conclusion of the speech. And the rest of the article kind of just goes into his birthday and things of that nature. But September 18th, Booker T. Washington, one of the greatest orators in American history, gives a very profound speech that had white and blacks that were present standing. And that's tremendous when it's only 30 years after slavery for whites in the South to give a black man the standing ovation at this speech.
And you know one thing about Booker T? Confederacy, for lack of better words. There it is right there. Oh, shout out to Dick Tiger, too, as well. Thank you, Dev. In school, Booker T. Washington, George Washington Carver, and maybe insert other black man from that era was literally all you hear about as far as like the 1800s kind of like black history. You got a little further. There's one individual you never find from these history books at all, as far as the schools go, was Nat Turner. And looking back now, I didn't even find it interesting. I just find it like the omission to say a lot without saying anything. Because like Booker T. Washington, he got the speech at the end. The speech, he got the standing ovation. He's accepted. You know what I mean? It was good to go. No, we like this colored boy right here.
So that's. I mean, I can understand what you're saying. Like
exactly, like it's chosen history.
Yeah.
Like I went to a Christian. Like I know, shout out to Words Haven't Spoken. They did a private versus public schools on the last podcast. I went to a private Christian school growing up for elementary and a little bit of middle, and it was like there's only a few black individuals in our history books, and Booker T was one of them.
Right.
And the reason why is that the more and more I started doing research on it, the more and more he was like more well accepted by the white community. Because 1895, come on now, 1895, you a black man, you give him the speech in front of a bunch of white people. I have questions. I'm not saying that Booker T. Washington was down for the cause, anything like that. I'm just saying that even now
he was
today,
put there for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're safe. You're not going to really, rock the boat, as they say. You're not going to do anything too wild or say anything like they consider to be out of order. You're a company man. There it is, right there. You can say the tagline: drive off your company vehicle, go home to your white black picket fence. Somewhere they chose for you to live at. Like everything is very structured and very don't say anything on the line, or you may get Nick Cannoned. So, yeah, I have to do more research before I actually go further into that. I like to do an article on that to understand why him and certain other individuals from that time was they were more pushed when it came to black history as far as us from white curriculums. I'm very interested in that. And I can't wait to when I finally come with the results for that. I don't have any information on it. I really just thought of this right now, just reading on it. But yeah, like I said, you want to find Nat Turner and everything that he was about in these history books for a reason. So, but I mean, The speech, I mean, still Black history. We had to read it and go from there, and we dissected it as needed. Austin Toes.
Don't sound so disappointed that you had to read it. Hey, we got one more segment on the way. We'll play one more track in between it, and then we'll be back with quick hits just after this plug of my amazing music.
What was going to be in the...
Yeah. Traveling this long road, crazy life. Did this all without my mom? No. Can't be right. I got secrets I can't let go. OVO, let the moon raise us somewhere off the coast. Nigga, we all the wave. Never slipping, knew the Glover since my childish days. Never strapped up, surprised I got no kids. I guess I got no aim, or I got great aim. You my son, no matter what they say. I'm so determined, never sleep. I treat my Saturday like Monday morning. Think I'm the greatest, blame the generation I was born in. Since 91, been dropping dimes, but I'm no informant. Switched to singing, needed pressure, rapping got too boring. Yeah, now I'm the president. Something told me I would end up right here, my life here. Told Gino he got 6 months. I'm dropping bars on any beat he pick up. I keep my word, I never switch up. I'm no nigga. Go figure. These niggas talking big spenders, big tippers, the big dippers. The family timeless, no you can't outlive us. It makes no difference. Yeah. What you rap about or who you rapped in, you niggas capping. Will told me I would quit my 9 to 5 to make it happen. I'll make sure he make it back on the back end. Now my old friends are talking past tense, like we was friends. Yeah, we was friends, but now you lacking. I'm only snapping, cause none of this had to happen. Promise all I want to see is you happy. I'm sorry, Keisha, I was never supposed to switch up or change demeanor. But here I am, another beat, another feature. I wanna take you grocery shopping again. One more time, let's take that car for a spin. I know this ain't the life you wanted me in. I wouldn't dare let your fears come back to haunt you again. This ain't the life you want, the life you need. I'm steady moving place to place like I'm a refugee. I know you probably need your space, so I'ma let you breathe. But you gon' always hold a special space right next to me. Yeah, and I'm here when you need it. I know I lied before, you may not believe it. And the devil attack us all when we weakest. My brother Wayside said I was a legend before I became a legend. And now I'm legendary, never come second. So he'll never come second. Check all the records he been wrecking and respected. Yeah, got me thinking he the perfect one to engineer this session. I only say this now cause I'ma send a message. Look, I'm tired of hearing about who you checking for now. Just give it time, we'll see who's still around a decade from now. Yeah. Tired of hearing about who you checking for now. Just give it time, we'll see who's still around a decade from now. That's real.
Go ahead, just let me know when we back in.
We back in.
We back in?
Yeah.
Let me read just a little bit of the speech before we go to quick hits of Booker T. Washington. The speech presented before a predominantly white audience at the Cotton States and the International Exposition in Atlanta, Georgia, has been recognized as one of the most important influential speeches in American history. The speech was preceded by the reading of a dedicatory ode written by Frank Stanton. All right, let's get into it, a little bit of it. Washington began with a call to the blacks. It's 1895, by the way, who composed 1/3 of the Southern population to join the world of work. He declared that the South was where blacks were given their chance, their best chance, as opposed to the North, especially in worlds of commerce and industry. He told the white audience that rather than relying on the immigrant population arriving at the rate of 1 million people in a year, they should hire some of the nation's 8 million blacks. Okay. He praised blacks' loyalty, fidelity, and love and service to the white population, but warned that they could be a great burden on society if oppressed continued, saying that the progress of the South was inherently tied to the treatment of blacks and protection of their liberties. He addressed the inequality between commercial and legality and social acceptance, proclaiming that the opportunity to earn $1 in the factory is now worth infinitely more than the opportunity to spend $1 in an opera house. Washington also promoted segregation by claiming blacks and whites could exist as separate fingers of a hand.
He was good at towing a lie.
That's all I hear right now. Like, honestly, like, you said company man. That's all I hear right there.
That was nothing but company man.
Like, it was nothing there that was like, it was like, hey, I see what you're doing here. Like, hey, we're really good with you, but you should do this for us, but we'll do this for you if you do this for us. And, hey, I'm just here to, I don't want to ruffle any feathers to make anyone uncomfortable, but, all right, that's my speech. Everybody stands up.
Nah, you see why he's one of the people that they teach you about. Because he fell in line. It wasn't nothing he said in that speech that was groundbreaking, that supported black people unapologetically. Now, granted, he did say some stuff in there that, give niggas jobs. He said give niggas jobs.
Yeah. Okay. Have them work for you. They have loyalty to the South.
They're loyal.
Yeah.
Company man.
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna write an article on this, man. I had to tear to Washington half. I got a choice at this point. My private prison article has to be pushed on the back end.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I gotta go after Booker T. This isn't. I got a choice.
Going after historical figures now.
I got a choice. Like that right there was ridiculous. He said nothing. He literally said nothing right there. For him to be as celebrated as he is in all these history books,
there's a reason.
And that's the reason why.
So the victor
he was safe.
goes to sport. Hey, look, the winner writes history.
Yeah, exactly.
You win the war, you get to write how it happened.
I mean, that's not necessarily always true, though.
That's always
true. Look,
No. I'm not talking about history being written. I'm talking about as far as, like, there's a lot of black people that's ruffled American feathers that we know.
Point did we truly learn about these?
Do we know about?
I mean, we
can't.
You hear about Booker T or you hear about Malcolm X?
Both. There's literally
not in school.
In school curriculum.
In school curriculum.
Yeah.
How much truth did they teach you about Malcolm X in school?
I mean,
or did you learn it afterwards?
I mean, Malcolm X was maybe just the schools that I went to at certain points, but Malcolm X was talked about just as much as Martin Luther King was in certain schools that I was.
I didn't say was he talked about. I said how much truth. How much did you really learn?
I mean, as a teen or as a preteen, you don't necessarily understand.
I mean, we're talking elementary school level where all this is like.
That's what I'm saying. Like when you talk about, like when people were talking about like Martin Luther King, like people were talking about Malcolm X. Like I heard about both in elementary school.
Martin Luther King.
That's what I'm saying. So when truth is subjective. As an 8-year-old, when you hear truth about Martin Luther King, you hear about my, I have a dream speech. But as you get older, you hear about certain unsavory deeds that Martin Luther King had,
yes,
right? Okay, so we're not talking. We're talking right. So on topic, the truth that I learned as a kid was the truth because that's what I understood it to be.
No.
Now, as I got older, there's certain things that I come to
We're
learn.
not talking about perception from the person being taught. We're talking about the lack of truth from the person doing the teaching. You're flipping the entire discussion
I'm not
around.
flipping it. You asked me how much did I learn? Did I learn about Malcolm X?
I said, how much truth did you learn?
I learned about the truth that I understood it to be at 8. Right.
But you don't understand anything but what you're taught at that age.
Right. But
so how much of the truth did you learn? You didn't learn much of the truth until you grew up. That's what you just said.
No, there's certain things that you come to understand as
on
you
your
get
own,
older.
not from them.
Right, but that doesn't mean that you didn't learn
talking
about the
what they
individuals. Yes, they taught about Malcolm X's teachings.
You know who Booker T. Washington would be today? He would be a smarter version of Candace Owens.
Honestly,
that's what everything I'm reading here. That's exactly what it would be. He'd be a more well-presented version.
I was about to say, I'd argue the smarter point. I'd argue that most of the people leading today are smarter than the people back then. Because we've had so much time to evolve.
Okay, fair enough then. Now, you have that mindset. I do too, Dev. A lot of people don't think that way.
Well, we're not talking about the people that want us to go back picking cotton so they can maintain their way of life.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We're talking about actually intelligent people.
It's honestly intelligent people. Ain't a whole lot of them.
I mean, I'm about to say
sense is
that's
not common.
Yeah,
That's what I was saying. That's
exactly.
shit. That's subjective too. Like some people are intelligent about a lot of shit that doesn't translate to nothing,
That's true.
but
Exactly.
they know a lot about it. You know.
I don't know about that, Austin. DC, explain that a little bit further. I'm
DC, you're
curious.
smarter than your ancestors.
I agree. I mean, it's the same thing with I'll move on to quick hits while waiting on that. Same thing with basketball too as well. The players today are better than players in the 70s. I don't care whose grandpa says otherwise.
But
Exactly.
okay, so what about like civil rights era? You know what I'm saying? Like the people that fought for certain rights during that time.
See, this is the
Can you
thing.
say like are we more knowledgeable now about civil
Yes.
rights era issues versus the people that was living them
Yeah,
and
we
were
had a chance
speaking
to
on
study
it?
them.
They
Well,
only
yeah.
had one angle. They could only see from one direction. We get to see their angle,
So you're
the
saying
person
that-
against
so-
them angle, and the people who had nothing to do with it angle.
Like at 2016, people could see exactly what we're talking about with 40 other years of knowledge and see how things move back and forth from there.
But
So
they
at what
also are
point
not
does
just seeing it-
experience?
We see it from a worldview now. You
What
know what
point
I'm
does
saying?
experience trump research?
Research always trumps everything. Experience
So
only
you-
goes so far.
Well,
Experience
that's what
only
I'm
go
saying.
by as far as your life. Research, I can research back to the dinosaur era.
But we
to
also
now and
have
see
more
everything.
research.
But
We have
but do
access
you
to
know?
more research.
Let's say humans were alive during dinosaurs because you said that, right?
No, I didn't
do
say
you?
that.
No. I said
Cavemen.
you brought up. You said we know more about dinosaurs
Yeah,
because of
going
research.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Versus
So, but will
humans
you
living
know
in-
more
the
about
people that-
dinosaurs
you know,
if you
people that
live with them, like, and actually were able to observe their behavior, or researching?
Check this out.
You know what would count
You
more?
only know more about the dinosaurs that you actually saw. But we, looking back,
Can kind
get
of see
to
the
learn
broader
about
scope.
even more dinosaurs than you didn't even know existed.
So you're saying
So
the-
generally,
generally in
we
a
have
broader
more-
perspective.
we have more access.
Yep.
So we have more knowledge.
I got you.
That's-
I mean, that makes sense
yeah,
though. I mean,
it's
honestly,
more than
And
just
also, we have
one
the internet
direction.
now. They didn't have this shit back then.
they definitely didn't.
Like I could literally talk to somebody in another country right now through a phone that can record, or through a device to record audio and video
And
anywhere
to that
in the world.
point, DC, if your ancestors came back, you would have to educate them on how to live in 2020. They couldn't educate you on how to live in 2020.
They would
because
take
they've
you.
never been
They
here.
would take you out somewhere in the
They've
wild.
never
and,
been
like,
here.
Build a fire. It's -20.
And you're telling them, I
But
don't
that,
need to
but that's
build a
something
fire.
that
I
they
got a
would
house
teach
with
us
heat.
though.
Exactly. Yeah. Build a fire. You go out there. I got a house with heat. I'm
you
fine.
build a fire all you want, or you could come back to me with my house with the heat. I mean, it's up to you.
But I
You wanna
mean,
live the hard way or the smart
I
way.
think y'all
Deer,
are
or
heavily
you cook your steak.
discounting these experiences though, because they're like,
No, they're not
yeah, they
discounting.
may
We
not
built
necessarily
upon
be
that. We've
prevalent
evolved.
in this day and of course we've evolved, and they might not necessarily be prevalent, but you can put a cotton gin in this motherfucker right now, and not one of us will know how to touch it.
Because
you
we don't
can
need
still
to.
learn.
Why?
I'm just saying, like to DC's point, it's like there are some areas that was just a very
Yes, irrelevant
that was
ones.
a
Those areas are
minute.
irrelevant now, though.
But
we have
what
machines that can
areas?
do that.
How do you know
don't
that
need
they're
to pick
irrelevant?
cotton.
Why we got pick cotton for?
That was just for the sake of what I'm saying. That was very minute, very minuscule example.
No, you're right.
I'm saying there
Yeah.
are areas that they know that I'm sure they're more well versed on than we may be with all of our research or quote unquote, because
Like what? What can they do
there's
to
a lot
help
of
us
things
today?
that get lost in
Yeah, I
translation
need
in this
something
day and
because-
age of
Give us something
I
internet.
need an
help us
example
today.
because we don't live in what they lived, because once they lived it and people learned how to make it better, we started living better.
Right.
As humans, that's all we do.
So what did they go through or live or learn that we need to be better today that we haven't already expanded upon?
Where's my lighter at? There's fire for you.
I just
Done.
want to. That's my thing.
That will blow someone's mind 1,000 years ago. What I had, that lighter I have
You
right
would
now.
be a witch or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, you would definitely.
If I talked out there like, hey, check this out.
They use it to
Or I showed you a picture, like if I brought this up,
burn you at
and
the
showed
cross.
took a picture of yourself.
Bro, you'd be the devil
Exactly.
or God. One of the
Right.
two.
I mean, there's to
Hey.
DC's point, there's a lot of people that consider us dumber as a result of technology.
And I'd argue them. Because the kids of this generation coming up are smarter than all of us.
Yeah, but the kids of these days can't go outside and build a fire though. Or they can't.
They don't
says
need to
they
build a
can't?
damn fire.
Who says they can't?
The point, bro.
It's irrelevant to their lives.
The point with it's not because
Technology has
you
made it
lose
easier.
something to gain. We're constantly losing something to gain something else.
My argument is we've gained more than we lose.
So you have a lot of these kids that they know how to work an iPad or a tablet or a laptop, but you put them outside and they can't throw a football. And we're talking about what's prevalent now. They can't kick a football. They don't know anything about sports.
Guess what?
They don't know anything about the outside.
You have analytics that can analyze sports to a different degree.
Darn. My kids.
You don't have to sit there and watch scouts.
No,
right, that's what I'm saying. Like, take away the lighter. Take away the lighter.
Darn it.
Why?
Kids,
the lighter's
no,
here.
Wait, stop. Stop. I'm talking here. Jesus Christ.
Take away Jesus Christ.
Darn.
My kid knows how to fix your broken ankle. All your great granddaddy knew how to do was patch it up. But that hole was still broke.
Where do you think
Darn
that
it,
came
my kid
from?
knows how to solve world hunger, although the people in power won't let them do it. Darn it, my kid knows how to solve world hunger. I wish they could build a fire.
What do you think? But where do you think
they can't grow food?
Right,
dude, you go to the store now and just buy it.
Y'all are oversimplifying what it means to have the food
right now.
Like, to grow the food isn't something that any of us could just walk out and do.
Yes, we can. My sister.
You can't
I
just
know
go out
personally who
and
grows food.
be a farmer. You can't just. That's something that you have to learn. Someone has to teach
you want to know
that.
how it is? How easy it is to learn? Google, nigga.
It's not that easy.
Everything that they learn. Yes, it is, because my sister Nancy lives in Waldorf.
There's trial and error involved, bro. And your sister would tell you, I had to learn a lot. There was a lot of learning.
She Googled it.
She had to learn. Where do you think the knowledge came from?
I didn't say she didn't learn.
Thank
nigga.
you, bro. That's what he's saying. You can still learn from the past.
You're missing the point. We're still smarter. We're smarter. We Google and we learn.
Look,
learn
I'll
things
say
that
this
they
and
never
I'm
had the
done.
opportunity
You
to
sacrifice
learn.
in
And
this
you're
day
not
and
listening
age.
to that.
We sacrifice a lot of knowledge.
We can Google everything.
We
that they learned
sacrifice
that they
a
knew.
lot of knowledge
We can learn
for what it is
everything that
that
they
we
can't
are
learn everything
perceived
that they
to
don't
be
know what we
gaining.
No, we're talking knowledge. I'll say this
Knowledge.
right now. I'll say this. I may be going a little bit elsewhere, but the burning of the Library of Alexandria was one of the greatest crimes in history to humans. Because there's a lot of knowledge for thousands of years of like how batteries were made way back thousands of years ago. There's just some of the knowledge too as well. The Baghdad battery, look it up, of how things were made then that we had to rebuild on since that.
DC,
we had to relearn everything because the library died.
Because that's literally what I've been saying.
Nigga, nobody's disagreeing with you.
As a whole.
No one's disagreeing with what you're saying, Austin.
But
if you're I'm not. If you would listen to me for once, you would understand what me and DC are saying. We're saying there's certain things that we can't ever learn or appreciate. There's certain things that people in the past can still teach us.
You can learn it.
That's all me and DC are saying. No, of course, as a whole, we're smarter. Exactly. That's what bro. Look, that's the thing. Like talking to you, bro, it gets to a point. It gets to a point, bro. I understand how you are. You'll defend your point, but it gets to a point you are unwilling to concede certain things.
Because I'm not wrong.
No one's saying you're wrong. It's not about right or wrong, nigga. It's about saying like, damn, you know what? Maybe so. No, we're not talking about right or wrong. You're making about right or wrong. He's saying, yo, you can still learn from the past. You're saying, no, you can't learn shit from the past.
I didn't say that.
You did so. You said we can learn anything from Google, nigga. You literally said. You literally said anything that they could do that they did back then, we can look it up on Google.
Exactly.
Bro,
ain't that learning?
Exactly.
So I didn't say we couldn't learn
said
from them.
learn.
I said we can easily
literally,
Google
bro. You're
it.
sitting there
They just
arguing.
have that
You're
access.
arguing exactly.
Therefore, we're
All
smarter.
you do, bro. All you do is argue. That's all you do. And look, and we're both saying like, yo, you're right. That we are as a whole smarter, but there are still things that we can learn from the past. And you're like, no, you can't. You can't even concede the fact. You can't even concede that there's an. You can't even concede that there's an other side to that, bro. You did.
Those words
Literally.
came out of my mouth.
Yes.
Run the fucking tape.
You did.
Goddamn.
Like, damn, bro. It's like, yo, you can literally learn from the past.
They knew We
Literally.
can easily Google.
Literally
They
can
didn't
still
have
learn.
access
Exactly.
like that.
And like DC said, it's like, yo, if you take this shit away from us, if you take Google away, if you take technology, if you take this shit away from us, we can't go out there and plant a field of corn. If you take Google away from you right now, nigga, can you go out there and build food and create food or hunt for your family? No, you can't. And you take Google away. Take Google away.
I can.
Can you go out there and do it?
Yes, I can.
Thank you, bro. That's all we saying.
Yes,
He's
I
saying
can.
like, yo, if you don't have these modern creature comforts and you say go out there and do it, a lot of people are going to fail. A lot of people are going because they don't have the knowledge.
So tell me something.
That's all he's saying, bro.
Clip that.
So tell me something.
That's all he's saying.
Are we going backwards? Or are we moving
Jesus
forward?
Christ, bro. It's like,
Are we
yo,
going backwards to that?
understand, no one's
Are we going
disagreeing
backwards
with
to
you.
that, or
No
are we
one's
moving
disagreeing
forward?
with you. No
So
one's saying
the
that you're
point you're
wrong.
making
It's not about right or
is
wrong all the
irrelevant.
time, Austin. It's like, yo, there's an other
point
side.
is
There's an
irrelevant.
other side of what is being presented that you can say, oh, you can appreciate. No one's saying you're wrong. He didn't say you're wrong. I didn't say you're wrong. It's not about right or wrong. It's about appreciating the other side to a discussion. And all he's saying is, if you take these modern creature comforts away, a lot of people are going to fail. They're not going to know how to build a fire. Take the lighter away, because lighter fuel only lasts for so long. Once that lighter goes out, can somebody go out there, rub two sticks together, and build a fire? If it came to that. If it came to it. That's all he's saying. You can still learn certain things because, hey, we made it so much easier for us that a lot of people consider us dumb as a result. Because we quick to go to Google. We quick to look it up. We don't have the knowledge so much. We can just go to Google. But that's it. That doesn't mean that you're retaining the knowledge of how to do something when it becomes that easily accessible to you. It's just, that's it. It's like that. You don't have the knowledge. Like, you can type in a math problem. You can type in a math test right now and get all the answers to your math test. Does that mean that you know how to solve the problem? No. You know how to Google and you know how to find the answer. Now, yes, in certain circles, that makes you very well adapted to what we're experiencing nowadays. But overall, though, if you can't solve it for yourself, we are, as a result, dumber as a result of that. Now, yes, there are things that helps us, but the other side is that it's like, yo, you can appreciate what he's saying. Like, yeah, we might be a little bit dumber. We are more intelligent, but there's certain things that we're lacking overall because of our technology level.
But we're not lacking overall.
You got it, bro.
We're
You got
smarter
it.
overall.
You got it.
We're
You
lacking
got it.
individually.
You got it, bro. That's literally what we've been saying the whole
No, that's
time.
what I've been saying. Then you told me that I said
bro,
we couldn't
no.
we couldn't
Literally,
learn
you
from
were
the
saying
past.
like, yo, there's things that we can learn from our ancestors. That, hey, if we don't have these things present right
Just
now,
because we can
we
learn from
will
them
be
don't mean we're
dumb
not
and
smarter than them.
a lot better or a lot worse off. Like, that's
Bro,
all he's saying,
you can
bro.
be smarter than somebody and still learn from them. What about that? Aren't you getting that?
Literally, that's what he's saying. He
That's
literally
what I said
said
from the very beginning.
He literally said, overall,
But
we're smarter.
I said it from
but
the
you were
start.
saying, no, you can't learn from the
I did not
past because
say
you
that.
can Google it.
Stop putting words in my mouth.
You said you
Dev.
can Google it. Anything they can teach me, I can Google.
Okay, tell me something, Dev. Tell me something. Does just Google it sound like, no, we can't learn from them? Where did Google get it
When
from?
you bring up
Obviously,
that
the people-
argument,
no, wait,
bro.
I stopped. I let you talk for 2 minutes.
Bro,
I let
think
you
about
talk
what
for
you
2
just
whole
asked
minutes
me.
without
You asked me a
interrupting
question.
I let you talk for 2 whole minutes without an interruption.
You asked me
Can
a
I
question.
talk? Can I
You
talk?
asked me a question.
But I didn't even get to get it out before you interrupted me.
You just asked
so
the
you gonna let me
question.
talk or not?
Bro,
I
you-
let you get 2 whole minutes uninterrupted.
You just
gonna
asked
let
me.
me talk or not?
You asked me a question.
All right, I'm about to play some music.
You asked me a
Since I can't
question.
talk.
So
All right,
let me
Skip.
answer it.
You got it, Skip.
Exactly. Let
got
it
it,
go. It is what it
You got
is.
it, Skip.
Don't ask me a question, not let me answer
You
it.
got it, Skip.
Yeah, keep it moving.
Skip.
Keep it
Skip.
moving.
Skip.
Play the music,
Skip.
bro.
We'll be back with some
Skip.
hits.
Yeah,
Skip.
play the music.
Skip.
Play it.
Skip. Stop it, Skip.
Tell me, baby, are you there for me? Will you care for me? I've been dealing with these problems on my own lately. Will you share with me? Are your fears with me?
Alexa.
Will you trust that I will never leave you?
Play it.
Tell me, baby, are you there for me? Will you care for me? I've been dealing with these problems on my own lately. Will you share with me? Are your fears with me? Do you trust that I will never leave you lonely? I hit Fridays with my niggas on a Sunday. Seen a hottie that should probably be on runway. With an attitude like she moved in from upstate. I'ma try to get lil' mommy on a lunch day. Hey, lil' mommy, think I really like your fun. Really really think you were here for a purpose, yeah. Really feeling how you did your hair that one day. Any day that into why I think you perfect. I'ma give you all these compliments, you worth it. Missy Elliott, I like the way you work it. All my hitters lost their mind about how you twerk it, yeah. Me too. Tell me, baby, are you there for me? Do you care for me? I've been dealing with these problems on my own lately. Will you share with me? Are you affairs with me? Do you trust that I will never leave it? Tell me, baby, are you there for me? Will you care for me? I've been dealing with these problems on my own lately. Will you share with me? Are you affairs with me? Do you trust that I will never leave you lonely?
Do you trust that I will never leave you lonely? Smoking on that green gold like Broly. I've been looking for one and only. Like a blind lady, girl, you gotta show me. Put your heart in my hand and I promise that I can be fragile. I can be fragile. Draw this line in the sand cause I see you a queen with no cash. Yeah, that's how the bad. Tell me, baby, are you there for me? Will you care for me? I've been dealing with these problems on my own lately. Will you share with me? Are you fast with me? Do you trust it? I would never leave you. Tell me, baby, are you there for me? Will you care for me? I've been dealing with these problems on my own lately. Will you share with me? Are you fast with me? Do you trust it? I would never leave you lonely. Do you trust that? Do you trust that? Lately I've been looking for one and only. Do you trust that I will never leave you lonely? Lately I've been looking for one and only. Do you trust that I will never leave you lonely? Lately I've been looking for one and only.
You the F ain't messing up the game. I said, baby, where your mind at? Let me take some time, I wanna find out. Working on the ground, I got some time now. Let's take a vacation, I can finance. I said, baby, where your mind at? Let me take some time, I wanna find out. Working on the ground, I got some time now. Let's take a vacation, I can finance. Baby, I feel like a goat. Lately, I've been sleeping on the road. When the money comes, I gotta go. I'm really trying to buy your ass a home. Yeah. Like where you sleep at lately? Think about it going crazy. I've been working hard lately. You should really try to save me. I know these niggas really hate me. I don't care enough about them. Don't drink Henny at the party. She got Henny on her body. I like when the girl pull off some tattoos. She like, baby, show me what that cash do. She like, I'ma keep her fed as long as she stays solid. And I really don't care what you think about it. I said, baby, where your mind at? Let me take some time, I wanna find out. Working on the ground, I got some time now. Let's take a vacation, I can finance. I said, baby, where your mind at? Let me take some time, I wanna find out. Working on the ground, I got some time now. Let's take a vacation, I can finance. With your finance. Yeah, UDF ain't messing up the game. No, ma. What I go by. Yeah. Shona. Yeah. I'm in the back room with a baddie, she on dope. Always said I do this on the road. Really, I just don't know how to cope. She keep asking me to blow, I never do, but it's a backstage pass for that ass. She get mad for a bag, she need bags for a bag. She keep gas to the mask, gotta keep tabs on got the deuce, yeah. What do you say? She got desperation written all over her face. Surrounded by my niggas, at least one gon' know the way. Scheme up all you want, I promise one gon' know the play. Let not touch the fame, cause at least one gon' catch a baby. Gon' be dangerous. Your nigga better not play with us. And all your girls okay with us. So she told me she gon' stay with us. And she on one. I'm in the back room with a baddie, she on dope. Always said I do this on the road. Really, I just don't know how to cope. She keep asking me to blow, I never do, but it's a backstage pass for that ass. She get mad for a bag, she need bags for a bag. She keep gas to the mask, gotta keep tabs on the ass. She can have it all if she asks, yeah.
Got the sun, moon, and stars sitting on my neck.
Tell Gino I said I'm a legend. Nigga, I already know it though.
I got the sun, moon, and stars sitting on my neck. She go crazy for attention and a Birkin bag. There's a nigga in my DMs and I know he mad. I ain't know she had a man, but she ain't coming back. Yeah, cause she don't wanna live real life when she gotta work and pay her bills on time. Have you ever wondered what it feels like? I know I'm living wrong, but it feels so right. Pinky ring worth about 50 bling bling. Always got my niggas with me, it's a dream team. Never had to run up in them houses, not me. Bougie and exotic nigga, she a B&E. You know what I mean. Never been a gangster, but I'm riding for my team. Family over fame, we never switch behind the scenes. Most these niggas snakes and I make sure my yard is clean. Most these niggas snakes and I make sure I got the 40. You can't hurt me. Think my life got really murky when I was 13. I bounced back like Charlie Murphy, like Charlie Murphy. Rest in peace, these hoes be thirsty, stupid thirsty. Especially when I got the sun, moon, and stars sitting on my neck. She go crazy for attention and a Birkin bag. This a nigga in my DMs and I know he mad. I ain't know she had a man, but she ain't coming back. I got the sun, moon, and stars sitting on my neck. She go crazy for attention and a Birkin bag. This a nigga in my DMs and I know he mad. I ain't know she had a man, but she ain't coming back. Nah, cause she don't wanna live real life when she gotta work and pay her bills on time. Have you ever wondered what it feels like? I know I'm living wrong, but it feels so right. Right.
Yo.
Motherfucking legendary Austin Tones.
How y'all living?
With the auntie
already
mama
know,
shower cap on like
and it's
shit,
pink
nigga.
like the lights, nigga.
Oh my god.
And it's pink like the lights.
To match my pink Raf Simmons.
Hey, honestly, it's one thing about that New Year's Eve too as well. It's like I was sitting there thinking like what to do next, how to move BNY from there, and then I talked to you about it. And you was like, "Man, I'm here. Let's make this shit happen." And honestly, since then,
it's kind of just snowballed.
The way this whole mic set up right here, it's going. Wait, don't worry about the down part.
Yeah,
But the way it's going up
this.
right here, that's that guy's been. Should have been wonderful.
It's definitely on an upward tick.
Hold a second. A little bit of breaking news too as well. McConnell, Senate Majority Leader, says he's going to try to fill the seat with Trump's nominee.
Oh my God, Mitch McConnell.
Yeah, Mitch McConnell. So we're gonna see how that works out from there. But let's focus on some different quick hits. Quick hit, shout the sports. That's all we do for quick hits right here. Hey, DC, shout for that link too as well. Austin, you got that one? The link?
Everybody got it. It's in the comments.
Oh, hey, shout out to it. just asking. Hey, the Chiefs, Texans had a game this past week. One person evidently tested positive from COVID out of 14,000 plus. knew that's going to happen.
Right.
But it was a fan.
It was one fan that tested positive, and they told 10 people to quarantine. And if you ask me, that's a motherfucking success. Now, the story right here in the NBC News, I'm not way you want to lean left or right. I don't care about that. But the way the story is written is that this is a bad thing. But to me, this is a good thing. Like, honestly, put it like this, story written. One person at 20,000 person event tested positive for the flu. Now, I understand COVID's a little more deadly and more dangerous than that as far as transmission rates and all that. I understand that. But one person out of 14,000?
Wait, so
it's not bad at all.
So did they test each of the fans at some point? Like, how did they come up on that one fan being positive?
So here it is right here. The Chiefs have announced a number of steps to help prevent the spread, including a mask requirement, changes to concessions, and rules about social distancing. The team said the person who tested positive last week and their group was in a lower level of the stadium, and that its policies kept the potential exposure low. The affected person in their group were wearing masks when they entered the stadium, the team said. By design, stadium's COVID protocol plan limited potential exposure to a single seating zone within the stadium. I didn't say anything about checking temperatures or anything like that. So I didn't read that in the article.
So then what?
But it's just one person though, as far as I see.
Well then, where did the number? Okay, so where did the positive? Where did it come from? The test?
They say it tested positive last week. So basically, off the article, first of all, the articles aren't well written. This is NBC News.
It's very vague.
Once again, I'm a better writer than a lot of, I'm just better.
Extremely vague, bro.
Hey, honestly, at this point, I would take my pen, as far as writing goes, against anybody in America.
I'll take that challenge.
I'll take it against anybody.
Like
any Washington Post, New York Times, LA Times. I don't give a damn who you are. I would take my pen in an opinion piece versus yours.
I throw my money behind you on that one.
I appreciate that. And even Austin Toes, who backs nobody except for a few selected, even said that he would take me up in that challenge.
I definitely put my money behind you on that one.
Well, oh my God, Jesus Christ!
I took 3 turkeys.
Hey,
nigga.
Hey, hold a second, sit down. Lou versus DMV. We got a story now. Hey,
it was moving to that.
So DC on Twitter. So the NFL did right by controlling it. DC, everybody out there, America, the NFL did right. The NFL's done well so far controlling COVID. They've done well.
I mean, nobody.
It is what it is.
Are they in a bubble?
No, technically yes. There's no fans in the stadium. It's just two teams meeting up playing games.
Some teams have
some teams have fans, some teams don't, or some teams don't have fans.
So there's no bubble really.
Yeah, but this right here, I mean, the NFL Week 1, I've heard nothing.
Where'd this come from?
Oh, that's a totally different story right there. We ain't gonna touch on that one. Hold on a second, ladies and gentlemen.
Please don't. What is that?
I'm just letting you know who's in the building right now. Oh, everybody, just be easy there. Be easy there. All right, bro, we just.
Looking at them for like the last 2 months, probably.
Hey, we.
I didn't do anything.
Dev, Lou. Let's focus on the content at hand. Nah, you good. Hey, I don't know if Lou, your mic's on or whatnot. You can talk to the engineer over there.
You in the wrong seat.
Yeah, you're in the wrong seat. Maybe step over here and go from that. We in quick hits. We closing out the podcast.
At least I think you're in the wrong seat.
We'll figure you out here shortly.
Which seat you supposed to be in? Nah. Move back to the goal.
Hey, Dev, you been watching the NBA?
Hell yeah.
What do you think about the Clippers?
Man.
Hey, just tap on that mic real quick. Oh yeah, you know what seat now.
What do you think about the Clippers? Uncle Lou Jr. Welcome to the podcast.
Hey, it was a journey to get here, man.
Is he loud? Is he audible?
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
He in the same place as all the rest of us.
All right, bet. Hey, what do you think about the Clippers?
I seen someone today said that.
What's good?
With Kawhi and them losing. Wait, who was it? You that take? Oh yeah. In the Supreme Dream show, the Doc Rivers speech. Kawhi can no longer be in the same sentence as LeBron unless trash follows his name. I'm not saying I agree with that.
I'm not saying I really agree with it.
I'm not saying I agree with that. But there's definitely a group of individuals that's going to take this L and say he can no longer be in that that category as far as
Right,
the greats.
right now, man, he got. Oh God.
Thank you, DC.
God. 3-1, right?
3-1.
They were up
3-1 twice.
So do we? Hold on. Do we blame the actual team? Do we blame Doc? Doc is one of the
worst coaches.
I can't. Don't quote me. One of the only coaches that's had multiple 3-1 or leading a series and lost them jobs.
About 7 of them.
Stop.
About 7 of them.
Stop.
I'm just asking. I'm
Stop.
just asking the question.
It's not Doc's fault.
Okay.
Wait
I mean, Doc been on these teams though. I mean, coaching
because
these
he's
teams
the only
though.
constant.
Who has he lost to?
Nobody's.
Now, this Nuggets loss, I've been on Doc. Before that, he lost to LeBron. He lost to Kobe. He lost
Dwight
to who
Howard
else?
beat LeBron.
Was that?
He was still up
Dwight
3-1
Howard
though.
beat
He was
LeBron.
up
I don't
in
wanna
the
hear
series
nothing.
though.
They ain't got nothing to do with
Dirk
it.
Nowitzki beat LeBron.
Yeah, Dirk definitely.
tell
beat
me
them.
Go
He
second.
beat
tell me
LeBron,
he beat
Dwayne
LeBron.
Wade, and Chris Bosh.
Facts right there.
Yes.
Don't talk to me about
Facts
that.
right
He
there.
lost to LeBron.
Facts.
And a 40-year-old
At the same
Jason
time,
Kidd.
LeBron James.
Ellis
With that
L,
Cleveland
bro.
roster, how
Don't
bad
worry
as it
about field goal.
was. All right? Elevated that roster to 66 wins. And then deep inside the Asian Conference Finals. Another year talk about he lost to the Magic. I remember that year, too, as well.
Hey, why does Doc have a
2009.
ring?
I remember that year.
Tell
I mean,
me why Doc has a ring?
You said why?
Doc has the ring because he finally got talent on his team. This year,
Finally?
Hold a second now. This year, I blame Doc for what happened.
Didn't Doc?
I blame Doc for what happened
Coach,
this year. This year, I can't defend Doc.
Why you blame Doc?
Year.
Tell me why you blame Doc.
The
Didn't
past
Doc
year,
have Chris
last year, Doc.
Didn't Doc have Chris
Coach of the year, right?
Paul?
He took.
Come on.
He was AC
Blake
Clippers last year.
Griffin, DeAndre Jordan,
Jamal
all on the
Crawford.
same team.
Jamal, that
A
was
bunch of
But he
underachievers.
finally got talent.
A bunch of underachievers.
Chris Paul's an underachiever.
What have they done?
What has Doc done?
NBA ring.
With who? He needed the first big three ever formed.
He needed talent.
To win?
Everybody to win a ring in the
needed a
league. You
big
need
three?
talent. You need talent to win in the
So
league.
you're telling me he
Hold
didn't
on.
have talent until?
So you're saying
until
at that point
2008.
Chris
Yes,
Paul
you're wrong.
underachieved?
I didn't want to say anything about that.
What?
So Chris Paul is an underachiever.
At that point when he was on the Clippers, he had
How many NBA finals
underachieved.
has he played in? For as great as his talent
How
is.
many has Doc coached in? For as great as his talent is.
Outside of the Celtics.
2. I can't take that away from his career.
We
What
know
he-
where he succeeded.
That makes no sense. Take away
And we
part
know
of his
why
career.
he succeeded.
We're talking about he had Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan, Blake Griffin, Jamal
A bunch of
Crawford,
underachievers.
JJ Redick
A
at
bunch
the
of
exact same
underachievers.
A
time.
bunch of underachievers.
They
Where
were
have they done this, Doc?
Way to flip
Where
the
have they done
narrative.
this, Doc?
Way
Ricky,
to flip the narrative.
What have they
45.
done? What have they done? What have they done? What have they done? What have they
Put
done?
your pen down.
What has Doc done?
Blake
You
Griffin
got-
is
you gotta
carrying his
tell me What
team.
Doc did.
What Doc did?
the Pistons?
Yeah,
Doc,
he's
as
carrying.
an underachieving
Literally.
coach, took an underachieving roster
he didn't-
and gave underachieving
He
results.
didn't got a jump shot. He didn't put the ball. He's
He can
an
shoot
all
the
around
three
player
now.
now
Admitting
since
that Doc
he's
is an underachieving
left.
coach.
I'm getting to my point, though.
Thank you for
Man.
admitting that.
They
Doc
made
is
that
an
man
underachieving
one-dimensional
coach.
down in
That's my
L.A.
whole
That
point.
man is in the
Hold a second
Pistons.
now.
And it's
What? I need you to
So my
explain this.
For Doc right here.
either that or
Doc
stop
needs
smoking
talent,
something before
like
we get on
legitimate
this
talent
mic.
to win.
'cause
That's any coach.
So
Exactly.
in other words,
So in other words, coaching in the
Doc
NBA is irrelevant.
Doc isn't the reason he has a ring.
So coaching in
Doc
the
has nothing to
NBA
do
is
No,
with him
irrelevant.
having
coaching
a
in
ring.
the NBA is irrelevant.
I argue
That's what I'm saying.
without Thibodeau, Doc wouldn't even have that ring.
I agree. Coaching in the NBA is irrelevant.
So
Your
Doc,
talent means everything. Luke Walton took what? The Warriors to what, 27-1? Mike Brown went 16-1 when Steve Kerr was out. These aren't good coaches. Talent
How you
is
know
everything.
Luke Walton isn't a good coach? You been in practice? Have you been in practice?
I see his results.
I've seen his rotation. He has a great.
He doesn't have talent.
Luke Walton has
He doesn't
a
have
pretty
talent.
good scheme, man.
Luke Walton didn't have talent in L.A.
But he had talent to
He
go into
doesn't
No,
have
his
talent in
rotation.
Sacramento.
He had
He
a
had talent
good
to go to
rotation.
But
He
you
knew
just said
who
he
to
wasn't a
play,
good
when to
coach.
play him.
You can't.
Like, he
prove-
really
you
did,
can't
bro.
say
For him
that
right there-
based on your.
No, that's a little bit biased right there. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think he's not a good coach. That's
You
me
can't
right there.
say that
That's
based
Ricky
on
talking.
your
That's me
own
talking.
criteria.
Who?
That's
Who
me
you don't
talking.
think is a good coach?
I don't think Luke Walton's a good coach.
Of course, you're not gonna think
But
Luke
he
Walton's
can't
a good
say
coach.
that
He was a
based
horrible
on
player.
your own criteria. You
But
can't
even a
say
bad
that.
He's a horrible
coach,
player.
even a
He's a
bad
horrible
coach
player. I gotta stand
with
why
good
you feel like
talent
By your
looks like a good
criteria,
coach.
there is no such thing as a bad coach.
Exactly. No, that's wrong.
By
Not a
your-
good coach.
Teron Lue.
I think if you have every team that's won, they've had great talent. A coach is just there to manage to make sure the personalities in the locker room are good to go, and they can draw up great inbound plays.
So answer me this question.
Great inbound plays.
Hold on, wait.
Fuck it, I'm going to be a coach for an NBA team. I have a couple of inbound plays.
Dan first. Hold on.
Just from national.
Wait a second.
Greatest coach ever.
I'm going Dev first. I'm going Lou second, and I'm not even bringing it to Ricky.
Oh, so now it's me. Now it's me.
All right, so Dev. Last year's Toronto team or Doc's best Clippers team. And I'm talking not this year Clippers.
Oh, okay.
Not this Clippers.
He said the best
His best Clippers team, which was Lob City, right?
Yeah.
That was that team we just described.
Yeah.
Jamal Crawford,
Yeah.
Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, J.J. Redick,
They had some
Chris
consistent
Paul.
shooters, too.
Jesus.
So
And
it's not
some
like
consistent or last year's Toronto team. Who's better?
Okay, so Toronto's better because they won the championship.
No. I mean, roster.
He's like
Just go off the
subjectively like
roster.
outside.
Yeah.
The Clippers.
And guess
His
who
best
was coaching? A first-year head coach. And Doc can't take experienced stars to the finals? Don't talk to me about it.
they
not
are
Doc's
experienced
He already
stars.
did. He already did. He did
No,
with the Celtics.
no, those experienced stars took him to the finals.
And I agree.
But
Talent.
Nick Nurse coached that team. He
Nurse
developed those players last
he literally
year.
like.
Hold a second. Nick Nurse also didn't have Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant in the finals healthy.
Oh, shut up.
Is that
I
not
don't
true?
care. He got to the finals. That's the discussion. Not
Against
winning
who?
the finals.
Against who?
Doesn't
What do you
matter.
mean? He
Who
beat
did-
the whole
no,
team.
what's
Hold
his
on.
path to get
that,
there?
To be truthful, that Toronto team, did you expect them to win?
Nobody did.
No one expected him to win.
So, and who were they playing against? Now, granted, there was a banged up Warriors roster, okay, but nobody expected Toronto to win.
Niggas should have been healthy. Fuck that.
You didn't even make it.
Even
Didn't
make
make
it.
should have been
No,
healthy.
I did not expect that Toronto team to even make it. They let alone
Me
win.
neither. I don't care
Weren't they
that
number
they had
2 seed?
Kawhi. I still didn't expect them to make
They're
it.
number 2 seed.
They've been a number 2 seed
the number one
with
seed
the
last 4
Rosen was
years.
there.
They didn't go past the second round.
Giannis in the playoffs is
His
really,
name is Giannis.
really
Stop
bad.
being disrespectful.
Yeah, like, I
name
don't
is
have to say his
Giannis.
name, right? You can't get
What
past the second
hold
round.
on. What
He
about
needs a
Paul
conference. I
George?
pronounced his name correctly.
Paul George should not be mentioned in
George.
basketball
What about
right
Paul
now
George?
until
George
2021.
Because
Boy George?
he played like a man.
So what are we
full of
talking about
makeup
then?
and-
Conversation over.
We're talking about the fact that a coach who's
horrible.
supposed to be this great coach who can
I
get
could've
his
put out that
team to
numbers.
the finals can't even coach up George Paul.
Damn, we ain't care. I'll tell you right now, Doc
Man,
Rivers,
I could be a
hey,
coach in the NBA, bro. I'm up 3-1. I'm not losing that series. I'm gonna be like,
I'm
right
going
now.
to put on a jersey before I
I knew you was
lose.
gonna say that.
Before I lose that seventh game.
Hey, you.
Bro, I'm signing
care you're the
myself to
Medics.
a
Get in
one-day contract, and I'm going to play that game. I'm not losing that
I
seventh
would say
game,
this.
bro.
This one thing Doc did that was real strange. After the before
What,
Game
grew
7,
that goaatee, mustache, whatever. That
yeah,
shit
that
was
was
horrible.
too as well.
The
Before Game
worst thing.
7,
Should have knew he was gonna lose after that.
before
Fuck
Game
he
7,
grow that for?
he thought
Elbows.
it gave him strength. Before Game 7, what he did
Samson?
is what he did is that
Nah, he's Samson.
All right,
I'm
go
sorry,
ahead.
Rick, go ahead.
before Game
Rick
7.
hit you with a biblical joke.
He put-
Gave him
bring
strength.
back the
Should
Old
have gave some
Testament
knowledge.
motherfuckers.
Fucking really did.
Jesus Christ.
A new playbook or something. X and O's. I can't believe Doc. Doc, if you out there, man, you still my man, but
X and O's for dummies. Now before Game 7. Now this may strengthen your resolve against Doc too as well. They didn't talk basketball before that. They watched the NFL playoffs. They played a little pool. They
Hell of a coach.
They got their mind off of basketball, and then they went to Game 7.
why? Why
This
take
is
it
the-
Doc Rivers, man. You know what Doc Rivers should
You
do,
guys
honestly?
need to relax. Just,
That's
you
how-
know.
I don't believe it.
Who the hell he think he is? Phil Jackson?
Look, man, I don't know. That's what Doc Rivers did, man, with the team. That's what they did. It's a
What are we
collective.
talking about?
Why would he do that?
But hold a
Why?
second now.
Talk about
Everyone
bad
like Doc
coaching.
Rivers, but what about Kawhi and Paul George coming up small in the fourth quarter?
First of all, Kawhi was tired. He carried his team the entire play.
Literally.
Okay, he's tired. Really? Low management. He's tired.
Doc
What?
stupid? What?
A guy had a flu the whole game, and
Low management. He's tired.
Listen,
That
I
flu
don't
game is
care.
questionable.
what I'm saying is,
I think so
hey,
too.
what? Hey,
Yeah.
what? Wait, what did Dev just say earlier? Sometimes you have a dud day. Well, damn. If my coach told me not to care about basketball, to play pool, to sleep with the coach,
what better day to have a good day?
Lady, I just didn't do it. Like, if my coach told me I didn't have to care about basketball, well, shit. All right, cool.
Hey, shout out to the coach.
I'm paid. I'm back home.
See,
they got the open NBA coaching. I'm about to go out that way.
We hard on Doc right now, but who else lost this week?
It's only gay if you're having gay thoughts.
But who else lost this? Who else lost this week though? What other prominent coaching player duo lost this week? D'Antoni and Harden.
Oh yes.
And what's been the one consistent in that team?
Harden.
D'Antoni and Harden.
And
so now what?
Walked away.
And you put all types of great players in that scheme.
You did.
Yeah.
From Melo, Russ
years.
Westbrook, Chris Paul.
Stop.
And then go back to his first his
And
first
who was
round
there?
coaches, Steve Nash.
Steve. So you got to start thinking,
I
bro.
feel like his system never was fit for anything down there. He had the right players
Start
down there.
thinking
I feel like neither was Doc.
there are bad
Because
coaches.
without Tibb,
Yeah,
he got
it definitely
nothing.
is, bro.
Without a defensive coach to carry his teams, to be hard on his teams, he has nothing.
So Tibbs without Doc, Tibbs ain't done shit without Doc either.
Okay.
They need each other.
But
That's
Doc
how you
needs
win.
Tibbs more.
Great players
Because
need
Doc
good
is
coaches.
regarded as a better coach.
Ooh.
Let's prove that wrong. That's like Belichick not doing good.
Without an
And
assistant
then
coach.
we say, well, Belichick didn't have offensive. I don't care, nigga.
We're
Do
gonna
y'all
find
know
out
how
this year.
great you're
Hold on,
considered?
people keep talking about Bill Belichick. Did y'all remember when Bill Belichick was losing, man?
With the Browns
Yeah,
and the
we
Jets and all that.
do. We do. But,
bad.
but it's been 30 years.
How old are you?
I'm pretty old.
But
man.
it's been 30 years.
I watched film.
He ain't
actually. I
lost
ain't
in
that
30
old.
years.
That's
Yeah.
true.
And I know that's an
true.
exaggeration.
Yeah.
That was film watching.
But
it's
I know
My
that's
fault
an
for that.
exaggeration.
No, it's-
Hey,
But it's
film
been a
right there.
long time.
Nobody can think off the top of their head the last time Bill Belichick had a losing season. Like you can't think off the
I just
top.
remember one time he lost the game. He just like hit the ground, his knees. Oh.
And it was like week 2.
Next day, he was like, "Devil, so take it."
Where we
Tired
at?
of this
It's
shit.
bad coaches. It's bad coaching.
It is.
It's
I
a
believe it
thing.
was, bro.
Well,
And
no,
Doc Rivers coached
Hey,
badly.
honestly, what we need is we need a BNY we need a BNY Gamecast, NBA Finals, or some NFL action.
gonna
to
be
throw
in
some
it?
Red Zone on.
That'd be nice.
Round the horn. Who gonna be in the finals?
The Lakers and the Heat.
Oh
I
shit!
don't think it's very. I mean, the game's going. I don't even know what the score is for that Nuggets Heat game right now. We live right now.
I agree with Rick. Hate to
Wait.
say it.
Nuggets Heat.
No, Heat Lakers.
Okay.
Lakers.
Wait, the Heat and the Lakers.
Yes. God damn it.
Hey,
We're in a room full of black men too.
We can't get in trouble for the audio being on there.
Wait,
Just the video, right?
the Heat and the Lakers are playing right now.
No.
Yeah, I want to play the audio
Oh,
for the
okay.
game.
That's all. That's all. I'm like, wait,
That'd be a little too much.
Nah, for the finals, he said.
I can
wait,
mute
wait.
it.
What?
You can mute it. We'll be fine.
I feel like we could get away with the audio.
We can't get away with the audio, man. That's too much right there.
If I
He asked you too
intermittently-
much.
If
You-
I
we on
intermittently-
YouTube right now. We can't get away with the
wait,
audio.
Stop. Let me talk.
No, you're talking
Let me
crazy.
no, you're not listening.
Where's the plug at?
First
Jesus Christ.
of all, nobody can hear you now. Okay, you're turned all the way down. Argue with me.
Now
Argue
you've
with
been
me.
muted. Like
Argue with me.
I can't.
Exactly.
I know how board
So
works.
while I'm in control, you better listen to what I say. You got your mic back, by the way.
you got a point.
Niggas keys.
You do have your mic back, though. I turned your volume back up.
God damn.
Lakers and Heat.
Oh shoot! Why you say the Rockets and Lakers right here?
Because that's who should have been there. But D'Antoni and Harden fucking suck.
That's Link TV for you.
And Dwight Howard all.
Oh wow.
All right, I turned the audio off.
Lakers up by 14.
Jesus. Yeah, that was
63 to 49.
I mean, that was expected.
Hey, listen. The Clippers blew them out in game 1 too, and so did the Jazz. Every team has blown them out in game 1.
Yeah, but how much more does roster have to give? It's a question.
Bro, don't underestimate these niggas. Bro.
Who, the Nuggets?
Yeah.
Yes.
I won't underestimate them, but I think the Lakers.
They haven't faced against
rotation
LeBron.
is better.
They haven't had an AD to go against.
Especially when they're on. But
Like
I mean-
Gobert is defensively. All right, I give him that.
He's probably one of the best. He's probably the best player in the league.
I mean, Gobert shut down 7 leagues.
They hadn't gone against the Kawhi either.
The Kawhi.
The Kawhi.
They never went up against
low
the
management.
Claw.
That's true.
You know, it's all fun and games for you to make fun of it now, but you couldn't say shit last year when he won on low management. So I don't want to hear none of that.
You're right, but guess what? It's a new year.
Just stop it.
I'm back on my bullshit.
I don't want to hear none of that.
Last year's the last. Hey,
you were probably talking trash about LeBron.
Yeah, like my old shit Bob O with albums.
You was probably talking trash on LeBron last year too.
I never talk trash on LeBron.
Oh, so you're a LeBron apologist.
I ain't an apologist.
Oh,
I just
LeBron.
a
LeBron apologist.
Now I'm Shannon Sharp. I know we call BNY, but goddamn.
You're a LeBron apologist now. You never say nothing bad about LeBron,
That's
but let
the
a man. But you
highest score
stomp
for
on a man while he's down. Shame on you, Ricky.
All right, you gonna donate to the LA
Shame
Cops?
on you.
All right, donate to the LA Cops then. Show us your resolve.
That has nothing to do with this conversation, and you know it don't. So don't even dare.
Because you're talking nothing. Now I'm talking nothing too as well.
No, you're talking foolishness.
And so are you.
Because you're racist.
Wow.
Where's your?
Now we get to the bottom of it.
Where's your 175? Prove you're not racist, Ricky.
Hey, Nell got his money on Denver.
It's possible.
Wow. I mean, that's tough.
I definitely playing this last couple
money
minutes.
Hey, how much money? How much money?
Whoa. BNY Casino.
I'm about to walk inside. Say goodbye to my family real quick. You want to end this and start a game cast? We could do that.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah.
Hey.
All right. I'm not ending this. I'm gonna just let it keep running. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Fine too as well.
I mean, we can clip it. We can always,
Yeah.
divide
I mean,
it.
it's I ain't even clipping it because it's live and I'm not recording it.
We live, baby.
Actually, I'll end it.
We
I'll end it
live.
and start a new one. I'll end it and start a game cast just because.
Oh,
Literally just because.
I'm gonna say, why not? Fuck it.
All right, y'all. We're going to start another one on the game cast, but BNY 4.4 has been lit, and we are out of here.